Shout out to everybody. We back. Let's see what's going on with some of the news, man. A lot of people been making a lot of commentary. Let's see what's going on.
For lefties losing it. Let's start lefties with the neo-Marxist Ken Dole himself, Justin Trudeau, who, if the polls are right, is going to lose in a massive landslide. And what is the Canadian Prime Minister doing as parts of his country fall victim to violent anti-Semitic rioters?
Yo, what is going on, bro? Crazy. Shout out to Froggy Megsy. Shout out to you. I appreciate you.
Well, he's swapping bracelets with teenagers at a Taylor Swift concert and dancing.
Yo, I can't read her news license. She wildin'.
And I wasn't kidding about him swapping bracelets with teenagers. Even
what's up? I'm just a vet.
They were wondering what he was doing there.
What is Justin Trudeau doing here, guys? Hello?
It said bro caught completing his side quest. Like, what is he doing? Yo, what?
Do you want a bracelet? Do you want a bracelet?
Yo.
And she seems more than a little ignorant about the history of slavery.
Hey, let's go to this, because this MSNBC like going up for sale. Elon Musk is responding to all this. Let me see. Like, I want to see if Devory Darkins caught this, right? So there's some misinformation going on about like this. So what they're doing is they're clipping up a post of Rachel Maddow crying, you know, and saying that this is her reaction to like Elon Musk about to buy MSNBC, which actually was something else. So let me see if he caught it. Shout out to Devory Darkins.
Can we put up the graphic of this? I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah.
Actually, this isn't, so he didn't catch it. This isn't like, this is clipped. This is not really like what she was reacting to. So Devory didn't catch it.
Sorry, that does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. No.
I hope he did catch it, bro. Like, because I don't think he caught it.
Elon Musk just posted one of the most dangerous memes you've ever seen on the X platform. It is triggering MSNBC and going viral. Now,
trust me. Hey, Froggy, I cannot stand her either.
The person who's triggered is the Denver mayor. He claims he'd rather go to prison than to allow Trump to mass deport illegal immigrants out of his city. And Senator Tammy Duckworth is continuing to double down on claims that Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian asset. Now, let's start with the chaos that Elon Musk has started with MSNBC. Check this video out.
Oh, hold on. To at least 3. Can we put up the graphic of this? I think I'm gonna have to hand this off.
Devory, bro. Like, that's not really what she was crying about. This is like clipped and edited together, bro. She was talking about something completely different.
Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. No.
Now, that video was altered.
Okay. Thank you, Devory. I was about to say, come on, Devory. Don't fall for it. Shout out to Devory, bro. He got it. He got it.
Just to give you a full disclaimer. But the reason why I wanted to show you that video is because it's going viral because of a meme that also went viral from Elon Musk and really paints the full story of what's happening here at MSNBC. You don't think behind closed doors that these people are crying about what's going to happen to their network? Of course.
Yo, and then I think she's forced to take like $3 million.
They are. And if they get,
so like, I think, wasn't she making like 5 or 8 million a year? And what would y'all do? Like, if a news company was offering y'all that kind of money per year to get up here and spew liberal propaganda, would y'all do it or not? Shout out to Deontay Kennedy, another member in here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can get memberships that would make it to where, you know what I mean, I respond to y'all a little bit more. I do respond to my comments, but you know, members get priority.
Get word that Elon Musk could,
but you know, like if somebody paid you that kind of money, some people are gonna, you know, they're gonna go for it. Obviously she one of them.
Potentially buy this network. Oh my God. I mean, just imagine the reaction from them if we can only get that on tape, but this is as close as it's going to get. Now, what this video was reacting to is this meme that you see on the screen here. This is what Elon Musk posted, and lead us not into temptation, right? He's obviously.
Hey, yo, hey, Retarxo said I'd be up there spewing recklessly. Yeah, I mean, we can sit here, hey, all day long. We could be like, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. $8 million? Like, I don't know, man. I can't say I'm mad at these people for that. They gotta look out for themselves. Like, even Trump. Hold on, this chair, bro. Like, I hit the, hold on. So even Trump was saying on the Joe Rogan podcast, he was like some of my friends hit me up and telling me that they got offered a lot of money to be negative on me. And I told him, like, do what you got to do. Take the money. You know, like if somebody, like if I'm cool with somebody, right? And they hit me up like, I don't want to do this, but I'm being offered a lot of money, like millions of dollars, but I'm going to have to be negative on you. I'd be like, take the money. Now, if it's like crumbs and we supposed to be cool, nah. But, you know, if you're supposed to be cool, you're supposed to be cool with somebody. Like, being cool and being loyal is different. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't really... Hey, get your money. They're going to pay you like $8 million. Do what you got to do, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Quoting that verse from the Bible. And here is the saint with the words, Elon Musk trying...
Hey, Houston said... On mama love, I would. Like, that's what... I mean... A lot of content creators too, like when this whole presidential election was going on, they was coming out and saying that they were being offered like mad money from the DNC. I don't know if that's true or not. This is just what the content creators are saying. You know, some people didn't take it, some people did take it. But, you know, I wouldn't have done, like for an election, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. I get offered, you know, sponsors companies like hit me up all the time. Like a lot of times I just don't take them. But I mean, I'm gonna end up like in the future, y'all gonna end up seeing me like talk about some different people because I got some contracts in and they're pretty lucrative. You know what I mean? So I can't keep passing up on money, especially when the comment section, they don't hit super chats and stuff like that. So I gotta get the money how I can get it, right? But like, and in terms of that, like what Rachel Maddow's doing or like Sean Hannity, you know, he's on the right. I mean, that kind of money, I can't be mad, bro.
Not to buy. And then MSNBC is the woman, right? You know, I mean, this meme got 45 million views. So yeah, needless to say, it definitely has gone viral. Don Jr. responded by saying, I think I started something here. The amount of people that want this to happen is incredible.
Yeah. Yo, imagine if Elon actually did that, bro. How much are they selling? Let me look this up real quick. Hold on. Because you got to think, like, Fox News. I watch Fox News, but I've always been taught, like, their rate. I'm not saying y'all are Fox News. Y'all been, like, really helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? Thug life. You know what I mean? But I've always been taught, like, Fox News, they're, like, racist. They only care about super rich people. That's what I've been taught, right? So it wouldn't be a bad idea for a person like Elon Musk to buy another news company that maybe like some people that are younger may be tuned into. I know the ratings are going down, but just to have multiple news companies and one could be right wing, like I wouldn't be mad at that, bro. But I think if Elon was to buy it, he would probably try to make it neutral. But right now, I don't feel like Twitter's neutral. I feel like Twitter is Republican, and I don't know if that's because of my For You page, but I feel like it's Republican, bro. That's what I think. So I wouldn't be mad at him buying. Platform tops 15 million. So they don't have like a number on what the sale would be. It says Elon Musk floats buying MSNBC, but he's not the only billionaire who's interested. Let me show y'all this. And this is liberal news, right? This is CNN, fake news, right? Elon floats buying MSNBC, but he's not the only billionaire who may be interested. It says Elon Musk has called MSNBC the utter scum of the earth. He has said the channel peddles puerile propaganda, Just a few days ago, he said MSNBC is going down, and now he is posting memes about buying the channel. You see how they had to like throw that in there, CNN, like to kind of like crap on him a little bit. Said conventional wisdom holds that Musk, that the world's richest man and key Donald Trump ally, and his friends are just joking, but Musk posts are adding to the anxiety that MSNBC staffers are feeling about the re-election of Donald Trump and recently announced spinoff of Comcast cable channels. Oh, okay. I spent Sunday on the phone with sources to gauge what might be going on. I learned that more than one benevolent billionaire with liberal bona fides has already reached out to acquaintances at MSNBC to express interest in buying the cable channel. The inbound interest was reassuring. One of the sources said, since it showed that oppositional figures like Musk, who famously bought Twitter to blow it up, would not be the only potential suitors. So I don't know, bro. What y'all think? What's up, Ghetto God? Appreciate you for coming in here. Another sponsor. I wouldn't be mad at him buying it, bro. That would throw a serious wrench in everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. Shout out to Elon Musk. Buy it.
And I am one of those people, of course. And then in the comment section, I have a Christmas wish. This would be the ultimate slap in the face comeback, right? Alex Jones taking over MSNBC. That would be great. InfoWars with the new...
Nah, bro. Somebody, Froggy said Elon should buy YouTube. No. Let YouTube be how they are. Like, I rock with YouTube. Let them be just how they are. The only thing, like, issues that I have with any of these social media companies, for real, is, well, Twitter doesn't really even pay much anyway. Like, y'all got to think. So, me being on Twitter, and I get a lot of traction sometimes, like, with posts, and sometimes my posts go viral. I'm talking about millions of views on some of my posts, right? And like, if I talk about entertainment and stuff like that, that'll happen. I might make $20-something a month off Twitter. That's nothing. Like YouTube, you got to think, if I drop a video a day on YouTube, this is just, if I'm like not being lazy, a video a day, that's $10,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? If Elon Musk was to buy this, no. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't, no. Nah, he'd probably pay you like as little as he could just to keep you on the platform. And then like when you think about Twitter, Twitter's only paying you enough to pay for your membership for the blue check mark on Twitter. That's really what it's doing. You know, so it's not really, and then you can't even really make money on Twitter unless you pay for the, you know what I'm saying, like the blue check membership. So it's like Twitter is not even really a feasible way to make money. The only way you make money on Twitter, there's like this girl. Let me show y'all on Twitter, right? She be getting on my nerves. Tiffany Fong, right? That's her name. She makes bank on Twitter. Why? Because Elon likes her. Like, I think Elon wants to, you know, smash or whatever. So every once in a while, Elon, like probably like once or twice a month or something like that, like he ends up retweeting her, knowing that, you know, his family. So she makes like 21,000 a month on Twitter. Everybody's not gonna make nowhere. You're not gonna make nothing near that unless Elon Musk is tweeting you, right? And I even like said it. I'm like, the only reason why you can't see it because there's so many people on there. I'm like, the only reason why you're making this money is because Elon Musk retweets you. That's it. You know, and then like a lot of like super popular people. Let me see if I can find it. Like some popular like Twitter people like got on my post and they I mean, I tweet too much, dude. I need to calm down on tweeting. I can't even find it. But like yeah, a bunch of popular people, they basically like was liking my tweet. Like, yeah, that's the only reason why you making that much money. So, and she panders to Elon all the time. So that, I mean, so that's not a viable way to really make money. TikTok don't really pay like that either. Like, to be real, like, cause I looked at their CPM rate and I know, I don't want to put her name out. I know like a couple like real big TikTok. I mean, they following me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, but like, they're like real big and they say they only make, like, they make their money through sponsorships, not really through TikTok. TikTok don't really pay them like all that much. You know what I mean? So Like, bro, like Fong is like, she be putting out a lot of fake news, bro. Like, she does, man. She funny, but she puts out a lot of like fake news. So, and the only reason why she has any validity is because Elon retweets her. That's it. Like, she's not like a real news person. Because people be like, one of my neighbors, right? Like right next door to me. He loves her. And he's like, oh, like, cause Fong posted. I'm like, cause I've known Fong since she had 5,000 followers. Like, I was following her then cause she's funny. You know what I mean? But she's not, you know what I mean? Like, she's not like a news source. She just got lucky that Elon retweeted her, liked her tweet, and then retweeted her, and then she blew up from there. And I know, like a lot of super popular people. Hold on. So Ava, she's following me. Elon tweets her or retweets her a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's following me, and me and Ava has been like talking like on and off, like, you know, on Twitter, like joking around and stuff like that since she had like 8,000 followers. So I seen her grow. Like, and, you know, people, I think they look at views and stuff and think, you know, people are just, their word is law, and that's not really what it is. Like, some people just get lucky, and, you know, shout out to them. But in terms of Twitter making money, that's how you would make money. Like if he tweets you or something like that, or retweets you, because he's got millions of people, you know what I mean, that would respond to his posts. So that's how you make money. But TikTok is not really a viable means of making money. I don't feel like it.
Logo, amazing. So, I mean, again, this is continuing to pile on as it pertains to
Jeremy Kelly said, just stumbled on you guys, got my attention right away, in the reverse of liberalism. I love to see my views represented, my faces that don't have to look like mine. One love. Appreciate you.
MSNBC and the problem.
And that's another reason why I've been doing it, because I feel like people that look like me, I think they feel like Democrat is on their birth certificate. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, I could talk about right now what's hot in the news and entertainment is like Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And I know a lot of people want me to talk about it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this, because I feel like there needs to be people that look like me that are speaking differently than what the liberal media has been putting out. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, I will touch on politics and talk about it. People get mad about it. It is what it is. Oh, well. But yeah, like, I think that needs to change, you know, and, you know, unfortunately, I don't feel like a lot of people look like me, you know, are Republican. I mean, they may be hidden Republicans, but not, you know, you're going to get a lot of ridicule for speaking or, you know, in favor of Republican policies and stuff like that. But I'm just, you know, I want to be a different person. You know what I mean?
They have. And if Elon Musk buys it, guys, I mean, that would literally break the internet, right? Now, this shows Elon Musk's sense of humor and ability to dominate online conversations, exposing the insecurities of networks like MSNBC. And we already know there's outrage that is going to come from the left because of this. They're going to call it misinformation, propaganda, disinformation, you know, the usual terms. But that type of outrage highlights what? Their lack of self-awareness and their inability to connect with mainstream Americans, right? They are so out of touch. So obviously, this is happening at their expense. And MSNBC's ratings have constantly plummeted, losing to independent voices like Elon Musk and other online creators, which we've showed you guys those numbers time and time again. Now, I told you there was someone else who's triggered just like MSNBC is, and that is this Denver mayor who boldly claims that he'd rather go to jail than to allow Trump's mass deportation plans to take place. Let's hear it in his own words. Watch.
Trump's new borders czar, Tom Homan, has said that he is willing to arrest leaders like yourself for standing in the way of these policies that they want to enact.
Denver mayor will go to jail to stop Trump deportation. Him, Gavin Newsom, like, this is crazy. What do y'all think about these mayors and governors is doing this? This is crazy. Houston said, being 32, trying to get more info on politics is good to hear from someone who looks like me. Hey man, shout out to you. Hey, sometimes we find it be people in the chat too. Like they be like, "Yo, look this up." You know, they might super chat or something. Be like, "Look this up," and we found a lot of differing opinions on a lot of different topics. You know, from the chat. You know, I don't know everything. You know, I don't claim to know everything. It's just, you know, the little bit that I do know, like I do like to share. But I think it's a lot of loyalists, right? Like people feel like, you know, I think it's the black people, bro. Like it's just we feel like we have to be loyal to the Democratic Party because rappers, you know what I mean, or some celebrities are telling us to. And I think we need to get out of that, man, because I don't think the Democratic Party has really done anything for us. I don't, you know, and you can't just keep giving your vote to people that's not going to do anything for you. And then like the Republican Party, I felt like the reason why I voted Trump the first time, I mean, Obama, he did like, I voted for Obama and I voted for Trump, right? So Obama did, you know, make the economy a little bit better. He did. And I feel like Trump inherited Obama's policies, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think like in the beginning of his presidency, like he was thriving because I think he was benefited from some of what Obama had put in place. But he maintained it. He did like tap into the deficit a little bit, but that was during COVID. Other than that, like interest rates was low. I felt like I was getting further ahead, you know what I mean? Like under the Trump administration. So I started to look at like, okay, well, the Democrats are not going to give us reparations. They're not going to do it ever. They'll give every other like race whatever they want, whatever they need, make laws for them. But in terms of us, they're not going to give us anything because it keeps us depending and hoping that they're going to do something for us and they get our vote because of it, right? That's how I've been thinking. So I want to vote for the person that, if you're not going to give reparations or nothing, at least give me a fighting chance. And I felt like under the Trump administration, I had a fighting chance at a piece of the American pie, right? I was able to get a house with, you know, 4.125% interest rate, which is not the best interest rate, but it's not the worst. Now you try to buy a house, good luck. Almost 7% interest rate now if you buy a house. So, you know, I felt like I had more money under Trump. Things were a little bit easier. Grocery prices was lower. Gas prices was lower. There wasn't any threats of war, you know. So when I look at all of that and then I look at the last 4 years of the administration, of the Biden administration, seeing that, oh no, now we got a Ukrainian war. I'm not saying the USA started it, you know what I'm saying? But now we got that going on, Israel, that going on. We sending money overseas, fighting these proxy wars, all of this going on. Like, I just got tired of it. And then like, look, Trump won, right? And you see Vladimir Putin wanting to talk to him, Zelensky wanting to talk to him. All these people, warlords, everybody, warmongers, warhawks, whatever you want to call them, wanting to talk to Trump to try to, even Hamas was talking about ceasing fire, right? When Trump got elected. Then soon after, Biden's talking about, oh, we want to allow Ukraine to launch long-range missiles into Russia, like trying to create further tension. You know, and I'm like, this is why I'm glad I did not vote for Kamala Harris. Like, y'all are the real war hawks. And I should have known something. Once Liz Cheney was like rocking with Kamala Harris, I'm like, nah, she's probably going to be for the war. You know, because Liz Cheney, she's a war hawk. This is what people say. Like, whenever she's in a room, even Trump said it, whenever she's in a room, she always wants to go to war, right? And she wants to use the military. She wants to go to war. And guess who was standing right beside Liz Cheney? Kamala Harris. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. That's when I knew it was a problem. And then now we see what Biden is doing. So it's like, y'all never wanted to stop the war. Y'all never wanted to end the war. Y'all want the war to continue. You know, and then even with the borders, like they want the borders open. Look at this guy, like Denver mayor will go to jail to stop Trump deportation. Eric Adams don't really want to play ball, but Eric Adams already knew what was up because he already under investigation, right? They then did like a, I can't remember what it's called. I just woke up. You know what I'm saying? Like they like looking into him right now. So like he's under investigation, you know, for what he did with campaign funds and all of that. He got indicted, you know what I mean? So, but you know, you got all the Newsom don't want to like deport people who are here illegally. It's like, bro, these are the Democrats. This is not the Republicans. I don't want people that are here illegally. That's crazy. Who want people here illegally, bro? And then you see MSNBC. Let me show y'all something. Y'all, this is crazy. Let me go to Joe Rogan, right? Because he ended up posting this. So MSNBC said Laken Riley's killer never stood a chance. For all the political controversy surrounding Jose, the outcome of this trial was never in doubt, right? This dude, have y'all seen the Laken Riley? Like, this dude then unalived her. He got convicted of that. And MSNBC, left-wing media, is trying to make you think that he is the victim and he just unalived Laken Riley. And shout out to Joe Rogan. He said, what the F is this? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is literally crazy. This is the left-wing media, bro. When I woke up and I started really paying attention, I'm like, yo, left-wing media is destructive, bro. They are very destructive to this country. Like, and people, you know, they can get mad, whatever they want. They're very destructive, bro. Why do you want illegals like flooding in here? Because, and it be these states. Yeah, it's wild. Michael, is wild, bro. It be these states that don't want voter IDs. Like my brother is a Democrat, and he used to tell me, like, I haven't talked to him in years, right? But we just don't agree. We ain't like, my family was like dysfunctional, bro. Like my family ain't even like really a family. You know what I'm saying? So, but I remember like the interaction I did have with him. He was like, I think they was in New Jersey. They were talking about like getting rid of voter ID or whatever. And he was like, voter ID, that's like racist. Like, why do you need a ID to vote and all that? And I'm like, I didn't want to, he's like my older brother. So I didn't really want to say nothing. I was younger at the time. I didn't really know much, but I'm like thinking in my mind, like, why wouldn't you want an ID? You need an ID, you know what I'm saying, to buy cigarettes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You need an ID. If you want to go downtown to get benefits or something, you're gonna need an ID. You know, if you want to cash your check, you need an ID. If you're trying to get a job, you need your ID. If you're trying to drive a car, you need your, you know what I'm saying, driver's license. You got, so one of the most important things you can do in America is vote, and you don't need your ID. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, how is that racist? But it's like the Newsoms and people, they do not want to, and you got people that's been on Twitter showing you they have been to the polls, you know what I mean? And it's on Twitter. And this is why, like, people don't like Twitter, because Elon Musk saying, if you see any voting irregularities, make sure you take a picture, a video, and you post it on Twitter where it's safe. Because a lot of different platforms, they would not even allow you to post that. You know what I mean? So you would see like people like saying like, I don't even know, I don't got an ID, I think I'm this person. They'd be like, okay, here's your card. And I was looking like, what? So you're gonna be literally an illegal immigrant and go there and like vote. You can do it. And I think they feel like, yo, let's open up the borders, you know, let all these illegals in here. They come in here, they start voting, and then like, you know, it's a guaranteed vote. They're not going to vote for somebody that's going to make it harder for them to come in here. They're going to vote for whoever makes it easier to come in here. And we tired of pandering to white people. We tired of pandering to black people. They keep asking us for reparations. Let's get another demographic in here. You know what I mean? And that way we don't have to worry about them. If you look at how they run their families, you know what I'm saying? Like the birth rates they have, you know what I'm saying? They pop out kids like crazy. They're going to have anchor babies and all of this, you know what I'm saying? They're going to teach them and they're going to grow up and they're going to be voting, you know? So that's what you know, I got so much information that I've seen like within the past like month. It's insane, bro. And it's been finding out that it's the left-wing media to me who've been like completely selling us out. You know, and it's clear, and it's to the point now. I'll be looking at some of this stuff, like mayors like this, and like Newsom and people. I'll be like, yo, ain't this like a form of treason, low key? Low key, it is, bro. Like y'all literally just opening up everything. Then you seen like AOC, like her comments, and it's like, what? You literally want people to like flood in here? You don't see a problem with that at all? And then like when I love that Brett Baer sat down with Kamala Harris and he forced her to see the victims of the people that lost their lives to the illegal immigrants that came over here. I love that he did that. And what does she do? She blamed Trump. How are you blaming Trump and you literally in the office opening up the borders? And she's sitting on 60 Minutes, talking on 60 Minutes, and the guy from 60 Minutes is telling her within the past 2 years, the number of people crossing the border has quadrupled, and they cover the border. So they know, you know, and saying that that's a big problem. So if the numbers have quadrupled, and you know, when they coming over here, they're bringing fentanyl and stuff like that over here. And she said, oh, well, we've been able to cut the numbers in half. So, but if it's quadrupled, you know what I'm saying, and you cut it in half, it's still more than what was coming over here. So y'all allowing more fentanyl and stuff to come in here. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you try to tell people and break this down to people, and people just do not want to hear it. They don't care. Like, even like regular people, I'll be like, yo, like, what do you think about these people coming over here? Oh, well, they should just be able to come over here. I'm like, but you don't think they should be vetted? You know, like if you want to go get like a gun or something, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to have your ID. You got to be, you know, they got to run a background on you. They got to do all this. So you want people here without a background? Bro, there is a video that's on Twitter, right? And I'm trying to reach out to the person to see like whether or not I could use it, because he's got like music and stuff. You know, I think he got music playing in the background. But basically, so there's like sponsors, right? So, you know, when people come over here and they seek asylum from like Mexico or whatever, like, and they're the kids that are here, right? They're sent to like sponsors, and a lot of the kids obviously they don't even know who these sponsors are. Bro, I'm watching like them just put all these kids like in a van and like just ship them off. You know what I mean? And like they don't even know what's going on, and then like sending them to through the airports and everything. They're not even being checked. Like, we got to go through TSA. But these people that they just literally just bypass all of the stuff that's been in place to police Americans. But they ain't got to go through none of it. It's crazy, bro. And shout out to Tristan with the $5 donation. He said, look up the Brunson case. He's suing almost 300 representatives and our government for not defending the Constitution. Let me see if I can show y'all this, bro. Shout out to Joe Rogan, bro, because he ain't playing, bro. Look at this. So this is what it says. It says, and now you're moving the small child through an airport. CIA contractor recently got caught and challenged about trafficking through an airport at 5 a.m. Listen to this.
You said that you were on vacation, and now you're moving this small child to the airport. I thought you were on vacation. Ma'am, I thought you were on vacation. What happened to that? Do you have any comment about children that have gone missing that you've helped to escort across the country? Excuse me, is this MDM?
No.
We have footage here that a lot of these children don't know the sponsors that they are going to. What's going on? There's kids in the car here. They're moving these kids. They just turned the lights off. This is the MVM headquarters that we are currently at. There are kids in this van right here that they are moving. There's somebody that's going to come out. Let's see what they have to say. Hey, are you a manager here? Hey, we've spoken to some of these children, and they tell us that they don't know a lot of times the sponsors that they're going to. Do you have any comment on that at all?
No.
So I got to stop and react to it because it's like 4 minutes long. But he's about to show you like some insanity, bro. And this is not being blasted out. This should be put everywhere. Nobody's even talking about this. This is like literally insane that nobody's talking about that. He gonna show you like they just walk right through the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't get checked, nothing. You know, like this is crazy, bro. Like these liberals have made it and like literally insane.
This is MVM, correct?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Excuse me. What's going on here? There they go. And notice they got out of here in such a hurry that they just left their bags here. Think about that. They got out of here. We don't even know what's in those bags. They just left them there and they took off in the van in such a hurry because That's how
That's not strange to y'all? That's crazy.
secret this operation is. They do not want you to know what is going on. That van that we just confronted, they are now taking off. We are following them. We believe that they're taking these kids to the airport. We've talked to some of these children that you guys escort, and some of these children have told us that their friends don't know the sponsors that they're going to. Are you okay with that? Excuse me, why are you all wearing masks? Do you have any comment on that? Why are you hiding your identity? Do you have any shame, sir?
Bro, they're hiding the identity of these kids.
There's still time to redeem yourself. Would you like to see the footage that we caught of the girl and what's going on? Were their IDs even checked just there? Were their IDs even just checked? Who checked their IDs? I didn't see any ID check just there. There was no ID check.
Bro, they didn't even check their ID. He can't even walk back there without being checked and stopped. They literally didn't even check their IDs. Just let them go.
Why weren't their IDs checked? If I was going to go here... I can't talk to you about that. I'm going to ask you, why do you guys ID American citizens when those children can't do you guys an ID them?
I'm not going to say anything on camera.
Are a lot of the kids coming over here, are they trafficked, or like what's the...
Some are. I'm not gonna lie. Some are.
Does that happen a lot that the...
Oh my God, bro. He just said some are. I'm not going to say it on camera, but some are trafficked. And they're not even like required to check their IDs when they come in there. But me and you got to go through TSA. That's crazy.
Kids come over here with a totally fake name?
It has.
Yeah?
I mean, there's no way for us to verify.
And so they come over here with a fake name and then they just come up with one. They just get a brand new identity. They could be anybody.
Have you seen the movie?
Sound of Freedom?
Yeah, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Exactly like that. Shit happens.
You guys get the kids coming over here with the notes that are attached to them with the addresses, right? And a lot of times those addresses lead to like a sex trafficker or something, right? That's legit.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that we can't tell.
What's the issue though? Why can't you guys talk on camera?
Bro, you know he can't like talk on camera. He's an employee, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, him saying that is big. But you know, even him talking to you, like you just blasting him and put him like out there. Like he just let you know what was going on. I'm glad he did it though. Now we know. Like he even knows this is like crazy.
The policies that we have, things that we can and can't say.
But why don't they want you talking on camera?
Politics.
Politics. What, like making the administration look bad? Or...
Yeah.
Damn.
Honestly, bro, I really wish there was more people like you.
Yeah.
Exposing this shit.
Yeah.
Because it sucks. It truly is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
It is a horrible thing.
So I don't know if y'all remember, but it's this sheriff, and I can't post this because I did and I got hit with a copyright, right? His name, I can't remember his name, but he's like a Florida sheriff, right? And he ended up busting, it's like the Disney scandal that was going on, right? And it was a bunch of illegals like trafficking. And he basically said like some of the people that were caught are starting to tell, and they said that American, you know, the government was making it easy for them to like fly and like go different places, and you know, and then we're literally seeing it right here.
But me, I can't do that.
You could blow the whistle on it.
No, I can't.
He can't.
But you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, exactly.
You work for MVM, and MVM is an organization that has moved thousands of...
You got music playing in the background, so I can't play all of it. But y'all see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Would you be willing to go?
Yeah, Sheriff Grady. Shout out to Sheriff Grady. And Sheriff Grady, like, I don't know why you even did. So he went on a channel that is copyright restricted, right? So you can't even react to it. If you're doing a press conference, Grady, and you want the word to get out, you want people to blog about it and talk about it, go on a platform and have them do the you know what I'm saying, like the talk or whatever you're gonna do that is not like that, so that everybody can be able to talk about it and pick it up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know why he used that particular platform. It's like a copyright protected platform. It's like ridiculous, bro. But I like Grady though.
Jail for these things.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And I'm also not...
Yeah, Judd Grady. Yeah, that's who it was.
...seeking that. I think the goal is we want to be able to negotiate with reason...
Hold on, but somebody sent me a Cash App. Not Cash App, but a Super Chat, right? and they were talking about this. All right, so Supreme Court of the United States, Rowland Brunson versus Sonia Sotomayor, a petition for writ of certiorari to the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit petition hearing. Reason granting this petition agreement. Hold on. Supportive rule for rehearing. Rehearing of the denial of certiorari is appropriate in situations involving intervention, circumstances of substantial or controlling effect, okay, reason for granting this petition. What is it? So this court has a legal and binding duty under the law to grant Brunson's legal right to have his petition for writ of certiorari heard pursuant to maybe. So what? They're just saying that the petition is being heard. Word count. I hear about it. So, I mean, it's just showing that it's in the Supreme Court, but because he did a super chat. He said, look at the Brunson case. He's suing almost 300 representatives in our government for not defending the Constitution. Yo, that's fire if you're doing it.
Reasonable people how to solve hard problems. Republican and Democratic presidents in the past have all tried to find solutions to these problems. President Reagan helped people get access to work so they could stay and support themselves. Biden and Harris worked on restricting entry at the border to close down. There are a lot of ways to approach this problem.
It says it's a fight for sovereignty. Yo, there's so many different Brunsons. It's crazy.
We don't think it has to come to this. But yeah, I think when you look at, Ralph Carr has always been one of my heroes. He was the governor.
Rob, some videos you can, but some of them you can't. Like news and stuff like that, you can't. Depending. You see what I'm saying? Like if they really don't want you using it, like their network, like when Univision, like one of them you can't use it, or unless you get like a license. And then SNL, stuff like that you can't use unless you get a license. My fiance with the $5 donation said they are being trafficked. Over 350,000 children currently missing. It's why they want open borders. The government knows this yet do nothing. So this is what's going on, because I heard that JD Vance, right? And this is me being fair, because he was kind of low-key saying that. So I looked into it, and what it is the 300-something thousand like kids that are missing are not being trafficked, right? Maybe some of them could be, like, but that's not what's going on. So when they try to seek asylum, right, like a lot of times they get like hearings, like court hearings. And so what's happening is that the government is sending these kids to they're called sponsors. So when we were just watching that video, it was the kids being sent off to different sponsors. You know what I mean? And those are like people that house the kids. So the issue is going on because there's so many of them. A lot of times sponsors move and they don't submit a change of address to the courts. So a lot of the courts don't know where some of them are because, the sponsors may have moved to a different location or whatever, and they didn't update their paperwork. And so they're losing contact in that way, but a lot of them are like with sponsors. It's just that, like the court don't really know where they are. So they are missing, but I think what's going on, like people are assuming that 300-something thousand are being trafficked, and that's not really, at least from what I've been looking at, that's not what's going on. It's just they're being, not counted for. You know what I'm saying? But anything can happen. I'm putting that out there. Anything can happen. But JD Vance was kind of misleading on that. I heard him say something like that. I think it may have been in the debate. Like he was talking about that. But then when I read up on it and I looked at the fact check on it, and then like he was actually like not, he wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right. You see what I'm saying?
Who in the middle of the internment of Japanese Americans said this was the...
Yeah, Froggy, the sponsors could be anyone. That's why I'm like, you don't know like, anything. But I think the sponsors, they have to be vetted, but still, I mean, it could be anyone.
Wrong thing to do. And he stood up. It was unpopular. People were mad at him about it. That was in the middle of wartime. If the president or any of his actors are going to do things that we think are illegal or immoral or un-American, we'll stand up against them.
Okay, so he says that he wants to negotiate and be reasonable. But a day ago, before that actually came out, he was saying this, suggesting that he would threaten to deploy cops, 50,000 residents, to stop Trump's mass deportation. So which one is it? Is it now you're walking back your comments? Is it now because you got all this backlash from the threats that you're going to stop the federal government?
It says Denver mayor threatens to deploy cops, 50K residents in Tiananmen Square moment to stop Trump's mass deportation. Denver's mayor has vowed to shield migrants in the sanctuary city from mass deportation by using local cops and 50,000 residents stationed at the county line, calling it that's crazy. More than us having stationed at the county line to keep them out, you would have 50,000 Denver people. That's crazy, bro.
I mean, this is the type of playbook that these Democratic mayors and governors are running with, which is let's threaten that we're not going to comply. And then when
Carol, I think that they could have like different protections.
Once we get backlash, we'll probably walk back.
Because you got to think like Eric Adams is being indicted, right? The governor said, oh, well, we're going to end up getting him out of office, right? This is the governor of New York said, but he's still there. So once you in office, you might have so much dirt on people, like they don't want to take you out of office. They might threaten to take you out of office, but they don't really want to take you out of office. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, but a lot of these mayors and even like that corrupt mayor in Chicago, I feel like he's corrupt, right? Like you taking $80,000 of like taxpayer money to have an office redecorated for your wife, and you spending $8,000 on 2 generic looking chairs, you know, things like that. It kind of makes you think laundering and things like. I'm not saying he's doing that, but it like makes me think like something's not on the up and up, especially when that city's having a budget crisis and you're doing stuff like that. Like you paying contractors like all of that crazy money for like little to nothing. It's materials and you know what I mean. I don't know, it just makes you think. And maybe I watched too much Ozark, but it makes you think. But even that mayor has said that he's not gonna comply with Donald Trump's like getting people, you know what I mean, like deporting like illegal immigrants, and his citizens are coming up to him and like complaining about the illegal immigrants that's flooding in. He ran off of I'm not gonna raise property taxes on you guys, right? And then like they had the illegal immigrant crisis, and then he wanted to raise property taxes to bring in I think like 300 million a year in like revenue, and I think it was to the exact number of what it cost for the services to deal with like illegal immigration. So it's like he's gonna tax the citizens, you know, and raise their property taxes to pay for this illegal crap instead of just getting these people out of like, it's a literal insanity, bro. And we broke down all that in different videos. It's just like, man, like what they're doing is insane. So I want to read like somebody has super chatted talking about Brunson is suing like 300 representatives for not defending the Constitution. I want to read like more about like, you know, I didn't just pull that up. I'm going to read it so I can like get on here and talk about it, you know, because they need to be sued. Like if that's what's going on.
Back those comments knowing in the end, we really can't do anything about this. Okay, so here's the bottom line for me. The mayor's statement is another example of the radical left's disregard for the rule of law. They have more compassion for the illegal migrants than they do for American citizens.
Crazy.
And what I'm about to show you is Rand Paul's response, which was very sharp and will remind you and other Americans that elected officials cannot put their own political agendas above the Constitution, which is why we have one of those, right? Clearly, these mayors, these governors, they're doing this because they're playing politics. And let's remind everybody here what the facts really are. Okay, sanctuary cities like Denver has already seen skyrocketing crime. We know this, driven in part by policies protecting illegal migrants. And we don't have to get into Aurora, Colorado either. Now, let's hear from Rand Paul and what he had to say about this. Watch this.
Now, I would say that the mayor of Denver, if he's going to resist federal law.
If y'all can like double tap the screen, hit the like button, all of that. It's a lot of competition. This video's got like 31,000 views, right? It's a lot of competition. I understand people at work, all that. It's 10:46 in the morning. There's a lot of news to distract y'all. You know what I mean? And what's going on. So like stuff like this needs to be put out. You know what I'm saying? So double tap the screen. Also hit the hearts, the emojis. You know what I mean? Amma Mom Magazine. She telling y'all that for a reason, because that pushes, you know, the video out. Also subscribe to the channel, because you got to show the algorithm too. Like, yo, like, you know, we watching it, but you know, we subscribing to it. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. And then Mafioso with the $2 donation said, Piper Boy, when are you joining the Piers Morgan panel? Hey, I'm gonna say this. I got reached out to it wasn't Piers Morgan, but I got reached out to like a major like platform. I'm thinking about like stuff like that, man. Like Piers Morgan, I would do it. If Piers Morgan hit me up and was like, yo, I want you to come on, I would do it. You know, just to give my like perspective of what my reality, talk, so I think it'll be interesting to do it. Shout out to Piers Morgan. He brings up a lot of like random YouTubers and stuff like that. So, I mean, if he reached out, I'd do it. And I rock with Piers Morgan. I've always like respected him.
Which there's a long-standing history of the supremacy of federal law. If he's going to resist that, it will go all the way to the Supreme Court. And I would suspect that he would be removed from office.
But I'm going to say this, though, right? It's some people that, this is going to sound crazy. Some people have come over here illegally, like their family might have brought them, and they're trying to make the best out of the situation. It's unfortunate, and they may not even really know. They may know more of America than like where they came from. So that's like unfortunate, you know what I mean? Situations like that. But y'all have got to come over here legally, man. I'm for coming over here legally. Like I ain't for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like bring us, you're sick, you're weary, you're poor, all of that, but come over here legally. If I gotta pay taxes, you gotta pay taxes. And I want to feel like, hey, if the war broke out and it really went down, like you're going to be over here helping us, so come over here legally.
I don't know whether or not there'd be a criminal prosecution for someone resisting federal law.
What's up, Ricky, for real?
He will lose, and people need to realize that what he is offering is a
Andrew said hit the 3 dots at the top of your screen. Also the subscribe button, bro. It's a lot of people in here. The subscribe button is right there, you know what I'm saying, at the top. Hit that too.
Form of
but if you're not gonna watch like long form videos, don't subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you just on here for the shorts, don't subscribe. Because, if I start uploading videos, you ain't gonna watch them, and no use you subscribing. Popsicle 33, he said the U.S. takes 1 million legal immigrants a year.
Correction, where the states
I don't know what the numbers is on that, you know what I'm saying? But interesting.
Just the federal government. Most people objected to that and rejected that long ago. So I think
and then it's another thing, like, how do they know? You know what I mean? If they're here illegally, they're not going to go to the government and be like, I'm here illegally. Like, how do they know? Hold on, let me look. About 8.3 million U.S. workers in 2022 were unauthorized immigrants, an increase from 7.4 million in 2024. The 2022 number is essentially the same as previous highs. So I guess they can look at, let me see, undocumented population. It says U.S. undocumented population increased to 11.7 million in July 2023, provisional CMS estimates derived from CPA data. The sharp rise in arrivals and enforcement activity at the southern border over the past few years have focused attention on undocumented migration and added extra urgency to questions about size and growth of the undocumented population in the United States. These questions have social, humanitarian, economic, and political implications. In the 1980s, speculative estimates of the size of the population were often to the 10 to 12 million range. The exaggerated inflation of the numbers was exposed with the passage of the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1987. A total of 3 million applied for legalization. Unfounded speculation about the size of population has returned. An article in The Hill in January 2024 asserted that the population had grown by 10 million over the past 3 years, based primarily on a tally of DHS enforcement activities. As in the 1980s, attempted entries were confused with population growth. This report includes a section that explains why the number of DHS encounters and estimated gotaways has always greatly exceeded undocumented population growth. The estimates for 2023 presented here are based on rigorous demographic analysis of survey data that have been adjusted for uncounted. The methodology is described in later section. The estimates are based on data collected by 2 Census Bureau surveys, the American Community Survey and the Current Population Survey. The ACS is an annual survey covering approximately 1% of the total U.S. population. The CPS is a much smaller monthly survey of about 60,000. The CPS collects detailed demographic data, but its main emphasis is on labor force data. The best data for determining the size of the undocumented population comes from the ACS. Though estimates based on the survey are usually about 2 years behind, given the importance of the accurate and up-to-date estimates, particularly when national attention is focused on it, CMS has produced this research note, which shows a provisional estimate for 2023 based on the CMS estimate of the undocumented population of 2022 and data from the 2022 and 2023 CPS. If the estimate procedure describes here produces information consistent with 2023 estimates derived from the more reliable ACS data, the Center of Migration Studies will publish estimates of the 2024 later this year. Total undocumented population in 2023. The total undocumented population increased to about 11.7 million in July 2023, an increase of about 800,000 compared to the previous July. The estimate for 2023 is below the peak of 12 million reached in 2008. After 2008, the population steadily declined, falling to 10 million in 2020. Population growth in 2022 and 2023 was about 200,000 less than the previous high of 1 million 2000 and 2001. It says, in the 6-year period illustrated in Figure 3, the undocumented population from Mexico declined about 630,000, and the population from all other countries increased by 160,000. Most of the undocumented population growth from 2017 to 2023 was from Central America and South America. So I think we all got to get out of the, oh, they're just coming from Mexico. No, they're coming from like everywhere. Like, it's not just Mexico. It says the estimates for 2020-23 shown in the report are based on the data collected in the CPS and estimates of undocumented residents derived by CMS. We use the relationship between CMS estimates of the undocumented residents and CPS data to 2022 project and size of the population in 2023. The relatively small sample size of the CPS limited the geographic detail of the 2023 estimates to Mexico, Central America, Caribbean, South America, Europe, Korea, Philippines, and Vietnam combined, and all other countries. The data in Table 1 illustrates the procedure used to estimate the undocumented population from Mexico in 2023 based on 2023 CPS data. The ratio of the CMS estimates for 2022 to CPS data for 2022 was multiplied by CPS data for 2023 to estimate the undocumented population from Mexico in July 2023. So it seemed like they've got like some tables over here. Yo, it's a lot of people coming over here from like Central America, Philippines, like everywhere. It's not like just Mexico, because it seems like more people are coming from like different areas. It's not like really Mexico. I think what they're doing is they're going to the Mexico, like they're coming in through Mexico and then just going over the border. Is what it looks like to me, like on these like tables.
The mayor of Denver is on the wrong side of history.
But they're coming through Mexico, so people think, oh, it's Mexicans coming. No, it's like, you know, it's everybody coming through there.
And really, I think will face legal ramifications if he doesn't obey the federal law.
Okay, so Denver Mayor Mike Johnson won't be the only person on the wrong side of history, okay? You've got LA Mayor Karen Bass, you've got the Massachusetts Governor Maury Healey, you got Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, you got the Illinois Governor, and of course, Gavin Newsom. I mean, most of these Democratic governors or mayors are going to come out and oppose this, and it's all politics. It's not actually a true belief that they have around this. Okay, so before we move on to the next story, if you guys are getting value from it, it's getting to the point where you can say that she has a case of Tulsi derangement syndrome. Hear it in her own words. Watch this.
She's a critic of U.S. intelligence operations. She has promoted Russian propaganda. Your fellow Democrat, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, called her, quote, likely a Russian asset. Now, you and Tulsi Gabbard are both veterans. You served with her in the House. What do you think of her?
Well, I think she's compromised. I think by going to Syria and basically backing, a brutal dictator there, I mean, Russian-controlled media called her a Russian asset. So I do think that we have a real deep concern whether or not she's a compromised person, and frankly, the U.S. intelligence committee, the U.S. intelligence community has identified her as having troubling relationships with America's foes, and so my worry is that she couldn't pass a background check.
Okay.
This lady was in the military, and she talking about she couldn't pass a background check. Like, what are you talking about, lady?
So let me give you guys some insight and education. I served 13 years in the Army, and that last comment that she made where she couldn't pass a background check is 110%.
Tristan, exactly. He said this is defamation. Exactly. Yeah. How can she not pass a background check? Yo, like what? Like they are crazy.
And not true. And here's why. I myself had to submit a background check in order to be approved for a secret clearance. Okay. Tulsi Gabbard is a lieutenant colonel in the Army, and she served in Congress. The chances are she probably already has a top secret clearance. Just getting a secret clearance alone is way more than your average background check where you submit your fingerprints and then you wait for the FBI or the DOJ to do their little research on you. No. There are people who come to your house, they investigate you, they will interview your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your dog. I mean, and if you're going for a top secret, they comb through your life. How do you square the fact that she was in Congress for many, many years? How do you square the fact that she's still serving in the U.S. military? Now, here's what Eric Schmidt had to say in response.
Keep in mind that Tulsi Gabbard is still Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army. She commands the reserve unit here in Oklahoma and Missouri. If she was compromised, if she wasn't able to pass.
Yeah, what's up with, do y'all watch like Anton Daniels? I'm starting to notice some stuff with like his uploads. Like maybe because he just uploads so much, they be low-key like hiding like his videos. Like you can't, like you would literally just watch a video from his and it'd be gone. But then like you got to keep like going to his page and then it pops up. Like what they be doing? It's a. Let me show y'all this before it goes away. Again, shout out to Anton Daniels, bro. I'm gonna play this.
So
it says white men.
I...
It says white men don't get it. Jasmine Crockett goes off on racist rant about being oppressed.
Practice law, but some of you don't realize that I actually was a business major out of Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee, and the emphasis that I got in my business degree was on finance. And as I traveled the country campaigning this election cycle, one of the things that I talked about was this idea that in finance, we always promote this idea of diversity. If you know anything about...
She about to go off on this racist rant. Like, mind you, this lady is a lawyer. She's a politician. She's a U.S. representative from Texas. 30th congressional district since January 2023. Her district covers most of South Dallas County, Central Dallas. So she's had a very, very extensive, you know, career at a young age. But she's about to talk about all this, her being oppression and all this. So let's listen to what she said.
About a portfolio, the one thing that you want to do is make sure that it's as diverse as possible, because at times certain stocks will perform better than others, and they will exemplify various strengths and weaknesses. And together, a diverse portfolio is usually what any good finance person would promote. They wouldn't promote that you solely invest in vanilla wafers, believing that that is going to be the strongest portfolio, but instead they may want to add some chocolate cake and some Twinkies into the mix to make sure that we have the best portfolio, because there will be different preferences by different people. And again,
and this is wrong. This is 100% wrong. Listen, you can go to school all you want, and most people that are in the finance majors don't know anything because they haven't necessarily started a business. But I can tell you, I come from the school of hard knocks, and I've actually started businesses and run them myself.
Yeah, double tap the screen if y'all can. We got 48,000 views on here. We moving into lunchtime. You know, people at work, I get it. You know what I'm saying? The views a little bit slower than normal. But y'all hit the double tap the screen. You know what I mean? All of that helps.
And I still run businesses with multiple different employees. And I come from the school of Warren Buffett. Buffettology, a random walk down Wall Street, so on and so forth. The thing that Warren Buffett emphasizes is you don't have to diversify your portfolio, but more importantly, you need to make sure that the thing that you're studying, that you're a master of it. If you can pick 2 or 3 stocks, that's incredible. You don't have to have 10 or 15. You just go with those 2 or 3 stocks, and it doesn't have to be diverse across multiple different industries. We talk about this in Stock Club, so make sure that you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You don't have to make sure that you're diverse across multiple.
Kelly, why? Kelly going off. Kelly Emmanuel. Y'all see her comment here and she going off. Shout out to Noah.
Multiple different industries. You look for the thing that.
Yo, let me read what Kelly, she is cracking me up, bro. She said, I hope he takes away all birth control, all abortion, all IVF. Yo, Kelly woke up and chose violence, bro. Chill.
That is best for your portfolio based off of the 8 things that we study that we look for inside of a stock or when we looking to invest in a company. So for example, we pay attention to management, margin, right? And then we also look at debt to equity ratio. And so what that means is if you have a low debt, because most companies, almost all companies have debt, but different companies have debt for different reasons. Some of them may have debt because they don't want to bring foreign investments or profits over to the United States and to be taxed at a higher tax rate. So instead, they then take out loans against those at a lower margin than what it would cost them to then have to bring it back to the United States of America and pay higher taxes on it. So you can have an incredibly profitable company, but then they have debt. But the debt is good debt because it allows for them to have more profits versus a company that needs that in order to survive. Your management, the people that runs the company, and how close are you tied to that in order to be successful, right? And then you look at your margins. NVIDIA is at this point close to a 50 to 60% margin on a Kamala Harris tax unrealized gains. But
and what I'm hearing as it relates to diversity when it comes to anything outside of making money, and to be clear, we are losing GDP every time we try to push back on this idea of diversity, because all of us bring something different to the table. But you consistently said over and over the word oppression, and every time that you said it, it was almost as if I was hearing nails on a chalkboard, because it seems like you don't understand the definition of oppression, and I'd ask you to just refer to Google to help you out. Oppression is the prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. That is the definition of oppression. And so as I sit here as a Black woman who practiced civil rights, let me tell you the reason that my colleagues wanted to make sure you understood the same Black history that you're.
All right, so y'all not gonna like this, bro. Like what I'm about to say. Just prepare yourself. Y'all not gonna like this, right? I'm tired of like this race stuff being brought up. I feel like you know, I get it. We do deal with like different issues sometimes, but I feel like we've all come so far, like as a nation, to where I feel like, you know, I went to court, right? And this is different, right? So I had a child custody case against a white woman, like my, you know what I'm saying? Well, she's like Italian and white, my child's mother, right? And the judge was white. He gave me custody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm black. You know, she appealed it. I got custody again. She appealed it. I got custody again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we kind of getting further to where like race don't have to be brought up all the time, bro. Like, I mean, sometimes I get it. And she probably had to deal with like certain things, Miss Crockett, that other people just don't understand, especially being in that position. I'm sure she sees different things, but it's just constant, like the left is like, oh, race this, the black people this and black people. It's like, cool. You know what I mean? But this is 2024. Like, I feel like we low-key moving backwards when we talking about race all of the time, bro. You know what I mean? Tristan with the $2 donation, he said division is all they have left. Bars. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel, bro. And you know what's crazy? Because I've always been told, like, oh, the right-wing people is racist. Maybe some of them are. The most support I've ever gotten... You gotta, like, bro, this is my second YouTube channel, right? The most, and I've been doing YouTube for years. Like, I'm like, total about 10 years, right? Between both channels. And I've gotten more super chats. You know what I'm saying? More people hitting me behind the scenes, offering me different opportunities, a big opportunity. These are Republicans. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like me, like, yeah, I understand. So, you know what I mean? The plight, you know, and I'm black, you know what I mean? I grew up black, you know what I'm saying? I know police, they can be a certain type of way, all of that. But it's just, I feel like we are getting like a lot further than it used to be, you know? And maybe some people feel like, yo, I just got to keep screaming race and screaming race. I'm tired of it, man. I'm kind of like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman said this, right? I don't agree 100% with what he said, but now I'm starting to get it. He was like, we don't need a Black History Month. And I'm like, what? Wait, like, what did you saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what did you talk about, bro? But he was like, he also, I don't agree with that part, right? But he was just like, if we keep talking about race, like that's separating much more than anything. Like, continue to talk about it. I feel like we've come a long way. And Morgan Freeman old. Who knows how long he gonna be left on the earth? You know what I'm saying? But he's talking about, like, you know, if we keep talking about this separatism, in a sense, it's gonna continue like to go on. But if we just stop talking about it, everybody would low key, like, you know what I mean, be the same. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. Like, maybe I'm going too far off the rails with that. I don't know, man. I'm tired of hearing, like, this whole identity politics was annoying. And this election, the Michelle Obama, like, trying to, like low-key shame black men with her husband. And, like, it's just like, man, like, I don't have Democrat on my birth certificate, bro. All this race stuff they kept talking, like, that is so annoying, bro. That annoys the heck out of me. I'm so tired. Like, when I'm around people and they start talking like that, I walk away, man. I change the subject or I walk away. I do not want to hear, like, this race stuff no more, bro. Like, it's annoying. It's holding you back mentally.
Your side of the aisle wants to delete out of classrooms is because you can then misuse words like oppression. There has been no oppression for the white man in this country.
So she went on that whole rant just to show that she's racist. She went on a whole rant just to show and justify that she's racist. Now, let me ask you guys a question.
Noah is a member. He said, nope, you're right on point with this stuff, bro. I'm so tired. And then, like, you know what's really making me, like, really think about it? My daughter, she's biracial. So I don't want her hearing like this black or white, because she said something to me before and she was just like, she felt like because of what she's being taught in school about race and slavery and stuff like that, like she felt like she was less than. And I was like, no, you not. Like, you have the same opportunities as everybody. But I had to like really sit her down and talk to her about that. I'm like, no, you got the same, like, you can be a lawyer, you can be a doctor, you can be this or that, a president, you know, you just seen like Barack Obama, you could be a president, you can be, you know, you be congressman, you can do whatever you want, you could be an actor, you can be anything you want to be. And I had to sit her down and tell her that, but it was the school that was making her feel like that because of what and I get it to a point, like, they got to teach, you know what I'm saying, education. Joseph says, so your wife was white. I wasn't married to her. A lot of people thought I was married to this girl. I wasn't married to her. She's like Italian and like Polish. But if you ask her, she thinks she white. But you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't like my daughter feeling like that. And what about other kids that feel like that? And what about kids that may be white? You know what I'm saying? I had a stepson. I was married to a white woman. You know what I'm saying? I had a stepson white, right? And I don't want him feeling like bad because of what his ancestors did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I just look at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this whole race thing is just so annoying. Man, we in 2024, bro. This is not the 60s or the 70s, bro.
Before we continue on with this, what if a white woman said the exact same thing against black people, but in a reverse?
Yeah, like, what if, like, sometimes I be wanting, like, white people to say this stuff just to make people see how it is, bro. Like, you get up there like, oh, we need to protect white men. Just so we can see how that feels. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just so, because it needs to stop. It's annoying, bro. It's crazy annoying.
So let's say, for example, a white woman came in and she says, you know what?
Froggy said 1K in the chat, hit the likes. Tim Hart said, gotta leave the past in the past. Yeah, how you gonna move? How we really gonna move forward? I mean, we do have to acknowledge that stuff happened, you know, but we gotta move forward, bro. Like, we do. Man, I done seen so many black, like, House of Representative, congressmen, like all this senators and like all this stuff. It's like, all right, now we can have more, right? But it's like, all right, let's chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? Mafioso with the $5 donation. He said, as long as you have Black History Month, the race hustlers will use the past and continue to race baiting on how black people are suppressed forever, bro. Like, shout out to my son, right? Like, he's on Instagram. He just did like a interview with a guy I know, Math Hoffa, right? Go subscribe to my expert opinion. He got 1 million subscribers. He don't need me to say that. Shout out to him. But my son, I ain't got no problem with him, but he's like a race. When you talk, bro, it's like you race hustling. That's what it sounds like. Because he got this other guy like Hassan Campbell to be going at my son. And he low-key be talking about that with my son. But I try to give everybody like the benefit of the doubt. But when I listen to my son talk, it's like he just is living in the past. You know, it's like he wants to be a Black Panther. Like, when I hear D.L. Hughley and people like that, I'm like, man, y'all got to chill, bruh. Like, D.L. Hughley look like he a Black Panther now. Like, why you gotta go that crazy? It's not even like that no more. Like, I mean, some people still be feeling like crazy, you know what I mean? Like old people. But I don't know, bro. That'd be like, I can't even I used to like D.L. Hughley as like a comedian, but everything is so oriented around race with him. I cannot, like, whenever I see him, I just turn it off, bro. It's like, because my real life, like, is, I mean, you see racism, like, here and there, but it ain't, you know what I mean? Like, now, I mean, let somebody say, like, let's be real. If I'm around and you want to, like, get racist with me, bro, you're going to have a problem. This ain't like the 60s or 50s. You gonna have a big problem with me, like, if you want to do that. You know, so it ain't like they just running around bullying us. I wish I would let one of these people, like, bully me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like that. Like, they put their hands on you, something, you can do what you got to do at that point, you know? And then you can, you know, verbally combat people now. It ain't like, bro, we ain't got to... I don't know, man. I'm so sick of, like, people like her, bro. It's just annoying. Her, AOC, all these people annoying me.
And get away with some of the same things that you got.
Tristan with the $2 donation. He said, watch the movie Detroit. Things have improved.
Guys get away with, because you can say the N-word and you can say this and you can say that. But if I use it, then I'm going to be canceled as a result of it. How do you think that will fare? What do you think would happen? How fast do you think that they will be calling this woman a racist?
Bro, I seen, right? And this is in Nashville, right? You got some, like, racist people in Nashville. You do, bro. It's like some racist organization. Like, they trying to, like, make black people mad to make them do something to them so they can call the police. So you got some of them like that. But it was somebody I seen was like, oh, we got to stand up for white men. And, like, when they said that, I was just like, that's how they feel when we be saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and just like, bro, we all just need to be like, let's just be like, let's stand up for Americans. That's what it is, Americans. Because then y'all, the black people be leaving the Indian people out, the Chinese people out, the Mexican people out, the Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, we just get away from them. We not in jail. When you in jail, you click up with your race. This ain't jail, bro. This is an economy. We all need to be working together, bro.
Because she's using the exact same talking points in reverse and then justifying her argument like Jasmine Crockett. Listen, we live in a country where black people can be as racist as they want to be.
Bruh, he ain't lying, man. Like, let me keep it real with y'all, right? And I ain't like, you know what I mean? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? My black people and everything like that. Thug life, you know what I'm saying? Bro, when I was going to high school, like, black people would pick on the white kids. They was like beating them up. And they wouldn't even be doing nothing. And nobody was talking about it. And I'd be like, I stood up for some of them white kids. I'm like, leave him alone, bro. What y'all do? Dude would literally, his name was Michael. He would literally not bother nobody. He did get smart with, like, one of these the black dudes before, because they kept picking with him and he kind of, like, went off. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to, like, pick with him to get him to get mad so then they could, like, beat him up. And I had to, like, stand up for him before. I'm glad I did, bro. But it's like they would just, like, bro, find any reason to, like, pick on a white kid, bro. Like, and it's like, that's literally, like, you know, I got older and I seen, like, what they call, like, hate crimes and stuff. I'm like, man, that's literally like a hate crime. And he would go to, like, he would tell, you know what I'm saying, the teachers, and they wouldn't do nothing about it. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, that be happening. Like, when I was in the hood, like, white people, if they would come around, they would be calling them Poindexters, trying to bully on them and stuff. Like, they was doing stuff, calling them whitey. Like, they would be doing stuff like that, bro. Like, so black people can be racist too. Like, they can, bro.
They could say some of the wildest things nowadays, and they'll sit there and talk about privilege. Jasmine Crockett is sitting here.
Hold on, now it's different. Like, like you see on TikTok, not TikTok, but Twitter. Like, you know, like the school, like when people be getting it in school, like brawling and all that. White dudes be fight back now. You know, so they can't, like, really do that no more. You know what I mean? But it's just, like, people just need to stop that, man. Like, yeah, high school kid ain't got nothing to do with that. What happened in, like, years and years ago. Like, y'all, like, people is crazy, bro.
As an elected legislator, crafting policy in the United States of America according to who voted her in, and she's talking about being oppressed. Is that crazy? Is that not like an oxymoron? Now, consider this. I am a C student, so take what I say as a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
He said I'm a C student. Hey, that was the realest thing, bro. Like, I wouldn't know C student though, you know what I'm saying? But he like, I'm a C student, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
And like, I'm not the sharpest knife in the tool shed. I can't necessarily
Your
speak to
docket,
certain
but-
things, but I can identify a victim Olympian when I see one.
You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your...
Bro, that just like... I'm so sick of this. It's hard for me to make it through. I'm sorry, I keep stopping. It is hard for me to make it through this video.
wives. We are going to rape your wives.
How
That
long
didn't
will we
happen. That
run
is
in the Victim
oppression.
Olympics? How long are we going to hold on to
We didn't
this?
ask to be here. We not the same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home.
This lady is literally a representative. Complaining about, come on, like
We were
chill out.
stolen.
No, you were sold. You were sold.
Wasn't it like black people selling us? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. It's a whole lot of misconceptions about what was going on.
You weren't.
John Doe said, was she ever dragged out or was she ever a slave? Nah, she was virtue signaling. Yeah. Yeah, Irish people had it bad when they came here. Jose said, in the USA, you can or can't say some words depending on the color of your skin. So sad, people. They only see colors, not humans. And then somebody said, black women are oppressed, question mark. The fact that the Crown Act even has to exist for the woman on screen to wear her hair how she likes is proof. Okay.
Stolen. And see, maybe we need to give Jasmine Crockett and all of these people that's running in the Victim Olympics a history lesson. You were sold by people that looked like you. Go back over there. They just got the bad end of the deal. They were capitalists just like you. And
Yeah, hey, you actually right. Hey, somebody said MS, like you actually right though. The Crown Act, yeah, you right. Because you know they was discriminating on people because of their hairstyles and stuff like that. But some of y'all be having like some crazy hairstyles though. MS, I ain't gonna even. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like their hair everywhere, and they be wanting to work with food and be like, "This is my culture." Like we getting food all in the pizza and all like. Yeah, but like the one thing I don't like, you know, let me be real, right? How people like I used to like afros, bro. Like you know, and people wouldn't be wearing you know, you don't see like news anchors with an afro. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, stuff like that, or representatives like with an afro. Like back in the day. So I'm like, yeah, that is kind of messed up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's certain things. Yeah.
let me also say that a lot of these people.
But then in the military, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't afro or mullet or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to shave your head. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they don't care about your culture. You got to, you know what I mean? Have a clean shaven. If you want to be a military or a police officer, you know, in some municipalities. So it depends on how you look at it. Colin Radley with the $4.99 said, most people don't know the actual facts about slavery, only bits and pieces. Most don't know that there were blacks in America that owned slaves too. Exactly. Yeah, they don't want to get into that conversation. Shout out to you, Colin Radley. They don't want to get into that. I talk about that. They be getting mad.
That come over into this country that's not from America, but that exhibit the same or that show the same skin color, they don't really rock with you like that. They look at you as lazy, entitled, and a victim Olympian. Let me let her say the rest of her rant. That
I cannot take the victim Olympians though, bro. Like I can't, bro.
We're gonna come back and have a conversation.
So yeah, we are going to sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like and don't let it escape you that it is white men on.
You know why she doing this? So she can keep getting the black vote. That's why she doing this, bro. I'm sick of that, bro. And then Madman123, he said Zagmeyer agreed, black or white just kind of depends on the person. if they not. Then this is what I don't like, bro. Affirmative action sometimes be like, yeah, people not gonna like this, bro. Have y'all ever seen somebody that should not be in the position they are, but they are because of affirmative action? I'm just saying that be happening, you know. So affirmative action could be good in some ways, but it can be bad in a lot of ways. Bruh, I don't even want to say because this person, like somebody that works around this person, be watching me. But I got into it with somebody that had is in position because of affirmative action that do not need to be there. Black person. Ghetto is I don't know what. Should not be there. You know, so it's some things is good, some things is bad.
On this side of the aisle telling us.
You said, am I on TikTok? No, I don't really deal with TikTok like that. Like, it's not under this name. Like, I don't really deal with it because TikTok, you can't really say what you want because they're scared they're going to be deplatformed. So I kind of I don't deal with TikTok.
People of color on this side of the aisle. That y'all.
Let's talk about it. TV said, you are looking at one that black girl is.
Y'all are the ones being oppressed. That y'all are the ones.
And then None Your Business said, put it this way, affirmative action requires the government to discriminate if required them to judge people based on their skin color, and it doesn't take a rocket science to know that discriminatory.
That are being
they
harmed.
are white men are public enemy number one. Right
yeah, like people should know better than to be scratching at a wound. It never goes away. Yeah, man, they gonna be doing this forever, bro. I'm sick of it, man.
Oppression. You tell me
if you want to experience racism, go to Europe. Like I went to Europe. Like they racist over there. Like it ain't. I mean, you got racism here, but it's not like Europe, bro. Europe, they don't like black people. Like some places, like Switzerland, they didn't like. The girls like the black people. You know what I'm saying? But the men don't like black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I was waiting for one of them to say something. You know, the cops, like the cops showed, like when I got into Switzerland, they extra checked me, bro. They let every like white person go. They super checked me before I went into Switzerland, you know, and then as soon as I got there, I'm in the car, I'm driving and a cop stops me, you know, and I'm like the only black person around in like Geneva, Switzerland, you know, and they was like, they showed me they ain't want no black people there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got my American attitude, bro. Like, you ain't about to talk to me crazy, you know. But when you come back to America, you got racist people. It ain't like over there, bro. Like Europe, they racist over there, from what I've seen.
prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment that you've had, and we can have a conversation.
You could start with Exodus.
The final thing that I will say.
Nunya said, you are 100% correct. One thing that most foreigners say when they come to the U.S. is they are surprised at how nice everyone is. Yeah, exactly. How welcoming people are. And the thing about like racist people here, like they don't really be showing you they racist. Like they'll go home and be racist. You see what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna like, some people will in public, but like a lot of people won't. You know what I mean? Like they'll just say, don't bring them to the dinner table. Don't bring them home. Like, you know what I mean? That type of, you know, but there in Europe, they'll let you know they don't like you.
On this particular issue, two things. There is an article from The Guardian, and it is a
Christian Medwid said, Piper, I live in Switzerland and had a black girlfriend here. People are racist as H word here. Yeah, man, like they are. The girls don't seem to be. They seem like they like black dudes, but the dudes, like they, man, I almost got into it, bro, with a cop out there. But I'm like, yo, I ain't about to get locked up here. You know what I'm saying? I you know what I mean? I let it go. I got mad. Like he knew like it could. He was a small cop, bro. Like he knew he would have had a problem with me, so he let it go. But you know, I got a clear indication of how them people are. Mafiaso with the $2 donation, he said, how you know girls over there like black dudes? It's the way they look at you, bro. They buy you drinks, bro. I went to a bar and my girl, she was in the hotel, and I just went to a bar. Man, I can't be saying this, bro. She gonna probably watch this, bro. Try to get me in trouble. But like, bro, it was like mad girls like trying to buy me drinks and like it's bro. And then when you walk in, they like looking at. I think they know you. You know, they could tell if you American or not. The reason why I think they can tell because if you go to Switzerland, ain't no big people. I was looking because you know they don't put all that crap in their food. You might every once in a while see like I seen like bigger people in Italy, like people that look like Americans, like sometimes like big people. But in Switzerland, everybody thin. Like the women look like picturesque. What you would think like a feminine woman look like, real curved. You know what I mean? Like slender and like so. You know, I'm like a bigger guy. You know, so I think they could tell I was like American or something. You know, so you know a lot of them want to come to America. You know, so I mean they, the women, bro, like they seem like they like black men, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I couldn't talk to none of them because I was with my girl.
Little old is from 2021. So I apologize. But it said that back then, just 3 years ago.
Hey, Peanut, chill out. I just said I couldn't talk to none of them. Chill out, bro.
White men represent 30% of the population, but 62% of office holders. These are the issues that we are constantly.
John Doe said they got some thickness to them. I seen like maybe 2 like really like thick ones, but nah, the ones I've seen, bro, they're like slender. They don't have, you got to think about this too, right? So when I went there, I ate everything that you could see, right? And I lost like 10 or 15 pounds. Cause they don't have this crap in their food. This is what RFK been talking about, you know, so you know, and when I came back to America, I barely ate and blew back up. You know, it's the food here. It's like, so they're used to eating like good food. So like their skin, like the women there, the reason why they look so crazy, like good, is they don't have like, you know, you got a lot of hormones and stuff in food here in America. It's true. You know, whereas there, they don't be having all that. So like their skin is like crazy clear. Like some women look like they have makeup on and they have no makeup on over there. And then their hair, it's like you, oh my God, bro. I think my girl like watching me, bro. Y'all like get me in trouble, bro. Y'all get me in trouble, man. Well, she messaging me. Look, I'm not saying, like, I'm just speaking about these girls, bro. I ain't saying they look good. I'm just saying they clean. And then like their hair, like in a, she watch it. Look, so like their hair, like, you know, like you are what you eat. Like, all right, so like a dog, right? You know, if you feed your dog like grade A food, like the coat of the hair is going to be like shiny and stuff like that. We're over there, you know, same thing with humans. Like we are what we eat. So like if you eat really good food, like, you know what I mean? Like the presentation of you is going to look way different. So like the women there, like just look like somebody drew them. You know what I mean? That's how good they look over there. So I don't mean they look good. I'm talking about like they, oh my God, bro. I don't mean like they. She is not gonna cook me Thanksgiving food, bro. Like I'm messing up bad on here, bro. Like, I don't look. I'm just saying they look different in a positive way. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Looking at and recognizing and trying to say, is this just? I can't even tell you how many white men have served in this chamber, but I can tell you that I am only the 55th black woman to be elected to Congress. And so when you want to talk about history and pretend as if it was so long ago, it wasn't. Because again, I am just number 55.
Hey, how many more do we have to elect, and how much longer does time have?
Hey, John Doe, I can't say that on here, but hey, so look at John Doe's comment. He said, yeah, many of the fine AF. Yeah, man, bro. Like, yeah. Mafioso with the $5 donation laughing. Hey, Mafioso, bro, y'all get me in trouble, bro. Mary Wren said, say they look healthy, bro. Yeah, that's all. Hey, Mary, that's all I meant. They just look healthy. That's it.
to pass before we eventually get over the Victim Olympics? I'm just asking.
Finally, when we start to talk about what do these numbers do, as we're trying to say the diversity, equity, and inclusion is the problem, the reality.
Hey, I hope all y'all Christian, Foggy, all y'all, you know what I'm saying, Mary, y'all need to like save me a plate, because shit ain't about to cook me no Thanksgiving, bro. Colin Riley, all y'all, bro. Colin Riley said, bro, fried 3 turkeys and 2 chickens for Thanksgiving.
The reality is that when it comes to financial performance, companies with more diverse workforces are more likely to outperform their competitors. Companies in the top quartile for racial diversity are 35% more.
I cannot take this lady, bro. I'm so sick of this race stuff, bro. I'm so sick of it. All right, let's listen to this real quick.
Hi.
So said Brunson case in Supreme Court hands. Said Brunson case in Supreme Court hands. The reading is the terror. She talking about some tarot reading. This lady going crazy. Hold on. I know tarot reading. Let's listen to this. So this guy's bringing a case against representatives not standing for the Constitution. Let's hear this.
All right, welcome to Truth Rising, and we are very happy today to have with us Lloyd Brunson, who is a brother of Raylan Brunson, who has a case before the Supreme Court. They have to decide whether the full Supreme Court will hear it, and he's here to tell us about it. And we also have on our call Jim Hogue. He and I regularly host Truth Rising, and a couple of other participants.
Yo, Rick Smith, bro. I'm telling Rick Smith, man, go to Switzerland, bro. Just go there. When I went there, how do I say this, bro? I was like, if I was ever single again, bro, I'm going to Switzerland, bro. Like, it's that's all I can say. I'm going to Switzerland, bro. If I was single, I'm out there, bro.
So we're here to listen to you. We, as you know,
like y'all know them. She gonna break up with me. It is what it is. Y'all ever watch like Passport Bros, right? Like people that be going overseas, like finding girls like overseas, bro. That stuff is real. Like the way women treat you out, bro. And then they like Romanian women. You know, like Romanian women look like Jasmine from Aladdin, like princesses and like all that. You know what I'm saying? I know she's supposed to be Indian or whatever, but they be looking like royalty, bro. Like they be like, bro, they make Kim Kardashian look regular. Like that's how they look over there. And they cannot wait to come to America. They go buy you a drink. Ricky for real with the $5 donation. He said, I go to Portugal every year for a month and eat like a horse and always lose weight. Also, I walk a lot more there and we eat like 5 times a day there. All right. So Ricky, I know it's the food too, right? Cause I didn't feel tired when I ate there, but I did walk a lot in Switzerland. Like Geneva, I walked a lot cause it's really built for walking. Not really for like cars. You know what I'm saying? Even when I went to Zurich, Switzerland's more like America. Roads just a little bit more narrow, but it's more like Americanized. So you can kind of like drive everywhere there. But like France and all of that, you know, it's really like a lot of that's made for walking. Like when I went to Italy, it was like made for walking. So I did walk a lot. So that could have been a contributor to why I lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I ate every food you could see, man. Like, cause food tastes like it tastes when you was a kid. You know what I mean? Like my son, right? I kind of got annoyed with my son earlier today, right? Cause he just be eating everything he could find, bro. Like I went and got like some beef jerky from Costco. I came home, you know what I'm saying? And then it took my girl out and then came back home. Bro, he didn't like took the whole thing of beef jerky in his room, was like eating it. And I got like mad. So I'm like, yo, bro, like you can't just eat everything. But then like it clicked like, yo, when you that age, like everything tastes like amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, just let him eat what he wants. Like he's like built, he's not like big or nothing like that. So maybe it's just metabolism. But like when you were young, like food used to taste amazing, like cheesecake, everything. When you go over there, like overseas, it still tastes like that. Am I lying, Ricky, for real? Like, I think you said you went to Portugal or something. Like, the food still tastes like it tastes when you was a kid because they don't have all them chemicals in it. When you come back here to America, bro, food tastes synthetic. And you get tired eating here. And then when I listen to RFK, like, talk, I'm like, that's what he meant. You know, like when I came back, I was scared to eat here. I was like, oh man, I don't even know if I want to eat, but I got some hunger I had to eat. Then I got sticker shock. Cause when you go to like Publix and all these grocery stores, bro, you know how like you gotta like, if you don't want fruit, you know, you got like the organic fruit. If you don't want regular fruit, you gotta pay extra for organic and bro, it ain't like that over there. They just don't putting all that crap in their food. So you would think, and you got Geneva, Switzerland, supposed to be one of the most expensive cities to live in, right? Why did I feel like I spent more money, like grocery shopping here than over there? I was over there for 8 days. Me and my girl was like going to the grocery store, getting stuff, you know what I'm saying? Going to restaurants and going to the grocery store, getting stuff. Bro, I felt like we spend more money here than over there on food. So like but it's propaganda, man. Like we've been propagandized, you know. I think like cause you know people, they always talk about, oh, the euro is more expensive than the dollar. It is. Like some things are more expensive over there, but it's like the healthy stuff, like it's cheaper over there. Like it feel like it's cheaper. Like the food, like one thing that's crazy, like I like candy, right? But I'm recognizing like I'm getting like, you know what I'm saying, I'm bigger. I'm like 6'2". You know what I'm saying? I'm 273 pounds. I don't look like it, but I'm solid, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I look like, I don't know, thug life. I'm just trying to act like I don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm solid. So I like candy and stuff. But I be trying to like stay away from like sugar. So I be getting like the fake candy, you know, not the fake candy, but like the candy that don't have sugar in it. It's got like, you know what I mean? Like what other stuff in it. But you gotta pay like almost $10 for like 5 pieces of candy here in America. Over there, bro, they got like sugar-free candy that's like regular price. Like cheaper than the candy here. I'm like, man, what is this, bro? Then they don't be having all them dyes in the candy. Like we got over there, we got Red 40, we got all this. Man, they don't be having all that stuff over there. So like another thing I noticed, right? Thug life. I don't care. It is what it is. You know, like when you, and I always say this on almost every live, I don't care, bro. You know, like when you driving around in America, like let's just say you go on a road trip, you going through different cities and you stop to get gas and all that. What you notice is like cancer centers everywhere in America. Bruh, when me and my girl was over there in Europe, bro, like we drove around, like it was places that, but when you want to go to a different country, right? So when we wanted to go to Italy, we went to Lake Como, Italy, Milan, Italy. We went to, you know, Genoa, Italy, you know, Zurich, Switzerland, you know, like Geneva, Switzerland. When we drive into different countries and going different, bro, I did not see one cancer center. And we drove through the cities and everything. When you come here, like they everywhere. It's like we don't see what's going on here. Like it's clear. I'm sure they got it over there, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't as bad as it is here. Somebody said, Froggy said everyone's sick in America. I don't know, man, but like, it's crazy. Like, and then you like 1 or 2 medical emergencies away from being like bankrupt here. Like, bro, I told y'all, right? Thug life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was drinking like a soda, right? And you know, like the tab that's on the soda can, like I popped the tab and it fell in the soda. I did it on purpose. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I think I was on the phone with somebody and I was drinking the soda. I accidentally swallowed the tab, right? I started freaking out. I went outside, started throwing up, and I felt like a scratch. I'm like, I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the hospital. And I was like in between like jobs, you know what I'm saying? Because one job offered me like way more money than like where I was working at before. Well, it wasn't like more money, it was just better benefits. You know what I'm saying? And I already make like really good money, but it was like better benefits. So I was in between like jobs, so I had to wait for the insurance to kick in. Bro, I was like 3 days before my insurance had kicked in, like from the new place. And I'm like, of course this would happen like in that gap period. So I went, they just did like a KUB, like just like to check to see like where the tab was. That was it. And they was trying to hook me up to IV. I'm like, I don't want to. I was telling them everything I don't want, because what I'm gonna do is like look for an itemized statement of what y'all trying to charge me for. You know what I mean? Like at the end, like I don't want nothing that is unnecessary. Like give me the X-ray, give me the KUB, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever, bro. They charged me out the wazoo for that. You know, and I'm just like, dang. But I did hit them with like I don't have no insurance, because I did, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't kick in yet. They dropped like a whole bunch of it off, you know, but if I didn't say that, bro, they was about to, oh my God, they was about to rob me, bro. You know, and I'm just like, man, it's like this in America, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like that's why I say you 1 or 2 medical emergencies from, bro, like years ago, what was it? I can't remember. I think it was like mad years ago, right? I went to a chiropractor because I was jogging and my arm was feeling weird. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is up? So, you know, I was like, you know, slimmer and stuff. And so I'm not thinking, I went to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor had cracked like my neck, right? And I thought like, you know, I didn't know. I wasn't like medically informed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, it's a chiropractor over here. Maybe they can like, maybe it's something with my joints or so. I don't know. And so when they did that, I couldn't walk for like a month. You know what I'm saying? And my girl had to like rehab me and stuff like that. I couldn't walk. So come to find out, I had arthritis in my neck, and she cracked my neck and then inflamed the arthritis. So it basically like squeezed on my spinal cord. All right. So I couldn't like move or nothing. And I couldn't sue. I couldn't none of that. So, but I was desperate. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like somebody to help me and all this. And, you know, I had like weak insurance, you know what I mean? Because I had like a job that wasn't really like all that, like back in the day. And bro, they would try to charge me 15 grand for like a MRI. I'm like, what? I had to like fight it and stuff like that. But like 15 grand, bro, for a picture of my neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, America is crazy, bruh. You know, and then like people don't want to help you, and then you got to put like down. You had to do like in Tennessee, you had to put down payments on before they would do stuff like that to try to help you. It was crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but yeah, man, like here you 1 or 2 situations from being bankrupted here. They need to fix it. And then when I was over there in Switzerland, right? Because I don't like to sleep. So, you know, if you don't sleep, your blood pressure can go up. And so like, I really just don't like sleeping. I think that's like the biggest fault of the human body. But actually, you know, like you sleep to repair. Like it's good that you sleep, you know what I mean? But I think it's a fault. Like I always feel like I'm missing something, right? And so I wasn't sleeping, so my blood pressure was going up. So I had to get on like blood pressure medicine, right? Tell me why, like when I was going to Europe, I left my blood pressure medicine on the plane. And, you know, because we were like trying to catch a connecting flight, and the London airport is crazy big, bro. It's like a city, like a real city. It's like y'all look online, like it is crazy. We were literally like running to get to the connecting flight for like 40 minutes. Like that's how big this place is, you know. And when we got like halfway to the connecting flight, my girl was like, yo, you don't got your bag with your blood pressure medicine. And I'm like, oh man, but it was like, I had to make a decision, either go back to the plane and get it, and then miss my connecting flight and miss the whole Switzerland trip, or just go to Switzerland and try to figure out a way to get my blood pressure medicine, right? And so when I got to Switzerland, you know, I'm trying to call like the, you know what I'm saying, the doctor, whatever, to see if they, you know, they giving you a problem, like, oh, well, we do an appointment in like 30 days. I'm like, well, I need my medicine, you know? And then I looked online and I'm like, yo, how do I get like medicine from Switzerland? And so I look, bro, all you got to do is like pay $100 It's like 115 francs, right? You pay that and you just go straight in. And then they just give you like the prescription for what you need. That's it. Ain't no like America, how you gotta wait. Like it ain't none of that over there, bro. And I'm like, yo, I thought you had to wait. They like, nah, it's just like 100. Cause I asked somebody, I think it was the hotel person. I'm like, yo, like, have you ever heard of this crazy? They're like, yeah, just go. Like, just call the doctor's office and just go. And I'm like, man, I'm only gonna be here for 8 days, bro. I ain't about to. And I called, bro. They was just like, it's 115 francs. You just come in, we write your prescription. That's it. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. It's like mad easy. You got to think, if I would have did it in America, you got to pay for the doctor's office. You know what I'm saying? The fee, and then they got to check your insurance, and then they got to do all, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, run you through all these tests and, just to get blood pressure medicine. Over there, it's just like, it's like that. You know, so they got a lot of work to do in America, bro. But, you know, the powers that be that's pulling the strings, like, you know, they ain't never gonna fix it, bro. So this is about Lloyd Brunson that speaks about the Supreme Court case. Let's listen to this.
Brother of Raylan Brunson, who
and then God said, USA is not messed up. God said it's going to be greater than ever. What? Oh, so you hopeful. Noah said cash, grass, or Noah said America is messed up. As good as every, it seems you gotta pay to be here, bro. Like, America is expensive. There is literally no mercy in America, bro. Like, you don't know unless you in need. You know what I mean? Like, you in need, like you will never know. Like, America is like merciless. You know, like, whereas other places, like, people will help you. Like, it ain't like that here.
Has a case before the Supreme Court. They have to decide whether the full Supreme Court will hear it. And he's here to tell us about it. And we also have on our call Jim Hogue. He and I regularly host Truth Rising, and a couple of other participants who are here to listen to you. We, as you know,
bro, hey, John Doe said we probably going to end up being a third world country. I feel like we are in a lot of different ways. You got to think about this, man. What do you think about with a third world country? You think about the citizens working so much that they don't have time to do nothing. What do? I was watching this dude, right? He got like 500-some thousand subscribers. I can't remember his name. Let me see. Like, if I go to my YouTube home, he's probably going to, let me see this dude's name, bro, because he ended up messaging me back. One thing y'all understand, bro, if you get 100,000 subscribers, if you comment on anybody's YouTube page, they go comment right back. You know what I mean? So he ended up, because I had a problem with something he said, and then he like messaged me right back. Let me see what's name. All right, this is his, I ain't gonna put his channel up there, bro. But he young. His name is Shyman Davis, right? He's like young, and he was talking about how America is like, you know, like social media age. Everybody just like either on their phones, they working, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's getting in tune with, you know, like talking to people anymore. Bro, when you go to different countries, like even Jamaica, you go to different countries, man, it's like, you remember when you like had friends, like a whole bunch of friends, and like everybody would just hang out and stuff like that? Like, it'd be like that in different countries, like even Uganda, like different places, like people just be hanging out, chilling with their family and friends all day. Like, who want to be at work all day long, bro? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm hustling, I'm at work. Like, we didn't turn, it's like, what do you call it? Like, Stockholm syndrome, low key. You know what I mean? It's like people like, oh, well, they didn't turn it into a good thing, like being at work all day. Bro, who want to be at work for like 10, 12 hours a day and like miss your day living life, and then you come home and you going to sleep. And then when you got the weekend off, you know, the only thing you want to do is either play a video game, watch movies, or look at your phone. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really even have the energy to go out and hang out with people no more in America. Like, you can even see it like, if you go out in public and it's a lot of people and you just like, oh, what's up? Like, I'll be catching myself every once in a while. Like, I'm not from like Nashville, I'm from Cleveland. But every once in a while, I just be like, yo, what's up? Like when I walk by somebody, they just put their head down, their AirPods keep. It's like, what? Like, people here, like, nah, bro. Like, even if you like try to check up on your friends or whatever, they busy, they always working. You know, they be wanting to hang out, but they be at work all the time, bro. It's like America, bro. Like, we are the third world country. Like, we don't even know we are. These companies got us working all of our time gone. Bro, 40 hours a week is a lot of time. Even you working 32 hours. Like, I work like, bro, I put myself in a position where I only have to work 3 12s a week. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I pay all my bill, everything. You know what I'm saying? I can still save a little bit of money. And I got like side hustles and stuff like that. So I make like really good money. But, bro, I only want to work 3 days a week. I don't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But 3 days a week is the most for me, bro. But people be working like 5 days a week or 4 12s. They don't got time to do nothing. Then they got like families. You know, so they got to spend time with the girlfriend or spend time with the kids and stuff like that. The little bit of time that they got. And then they might get a sliver of time to watch a movie or play a video game or something like that. Or watch a couple YouTube videos and they too tired going back to sleep. Don't want to go nowhere. Like, that's how America is, bro. You know, and then you go to different countries and everybody's just out chilling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy here, man. Like, and we think this is normal. This is not normal. This is third world type activity. You know, they got you hustling. They done raise prices of everything so high. You don't even have time to live because you got to pay for everything. Like, look what they jacked, bro. They jacked groceries up under the Biden-Harris administration where grocery prices are what the old rent used to be. Remember rent used to be like $600 something a month? Now you paying that in groceries. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. It's crazy.
Attempted to sue the governor for the mandates and the constitutional abrogations, and we were kicked out for sovereign immunity. So,
yeah, they call us workaholics. Joyanne, I see a comment. Joyanne Mullet said they call us workaholics. Bro, like, where was I at? I was in Genoa, Italy, right? And me and my girl had ate like some pizza or whatever at a restaurant. And then like we wanted to tip, you know what I mean? Like give them like, you know, like the money for the tip or whatever. And they was looking at us like we was crazy. They're like, we don't do that here. So I went like other bro, you can y'all don't even understand, bro. Like you can live in Italy. You can be a waiter and you will make enough money to have a house, clothes, a BMW, you know what I'm saying? Or like an Audi, you know what I mean? And be good and have time to like live. You come to America, if you ain't got 2 jobs, you're gonna have a roommate. You know what I'm saying? You either got a really good job or you're gonna have a roommate. Or you're gonna be married. Or you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is here. Like people like this is third world, dog, for real. In my eyes. I feel like this is third world. You don't have time to do nothing but work. You know what I'm saying? We like the new diamond miners. Like it's all we doing is working. Noah said I have 5 kids and $300 a week. Don't do nothing for groceries. Yeah, and then Noah, like, think about this. Like, remember Eric Adams was just giving illegal immigrants $350 a week for food to come over here? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So they were getting $1,400 a month for food. It's crazy. Jamie Malinky said, good afternoon. What's going on with you, Jamie?
We're very interested to hear.
We got 96,000 views on this video. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. See y'all hitting the confetti, the hearts. You know what I mean? The only reason the views going up is because of y'all, ain't me. Somebody said, I make more money than my parents and I can't afford a dang thing. Bro, I bought a house under the Trump administration. Like, if I had to buy a house under the Biden-Harris administration, I would be screwed. I don't see how people, like, do it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotten that bad in America. And people are complaining. And it'd be like people that be complaining. Like, yo, I can't afford this. I can't afford that. And then they want to vote for Biden-Harris. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or what's her name? Kamala Harris. It's like, do you not see? Like, people don't understand, bro.
What you're doing as far as bringing this case forward to challenge sovereign immunity. Would you like to describe sort of the broad base? Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I'm using my handheld phone here, so it's going to be a little shaky. Maybe we can clear a few things up here so people can understand. I don't want to get into a lot of legal terms and stuff. But when you say kicked out, that's really so vague. It's like,
What's up, Kay?
You're not kicked out. What they do is they file a motion to dismiss, and then you file an opposition. They file a reply, and then the judge dismisses the case. But then you can appeal it to a higher court. And so we knew that we were going to be dismissed right at the get-go. We just wanted to get.
Hey, you spent $300 for a few weeks.
Dismissed quickly so we could go all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, there are many cases out of there that get what you say.
And then somebody said, bought my house 7 months ago, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths for $1,900 a month. That's a lot of money. $1,900 a month. Like, I bought my house. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? My house was like $217,000, right? Now it's like almost $500,000, but it was like $217,000 when I bought it. So I took out a loan for $227,000. So like the $10,000, like from that, I would just like, give them to put down on the house, from the loan. And then like the money I was gonna originally put down on the house, I just used that to rehab the house, like fix the inside of it, cut the trees down like around the house, fix like the HVAC, like all different kind of things. You know what I'm saying? I spent the money on, but my mortgage is like $1,439 a month. It used to be 13 something, but then, like the Democrats have moved in. You know what I mean? And they started voting for like reappraisal and property tax increases, so it jumped like $100. But yeah, man, like before I bought my house, yeah. And I got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Well, I got 1.5 baths, 1.5 baths, 3 bedrooms. It's like 3 floors. And then like in the back, so this is just like my, I watch movies and game. I got like a shed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got my gaming computer and all that. You know what I'm saying? Is when I'm on. So I got the house, and then I could, come back here and do what I want. You know what I mean? To where like I let my kids just, have fun in the house, and I don't, have to be like, be quiet, I'm making a video. But I couldn't do like my rent was like $1,619 before I bought a house. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this, bro. I'm not about to keep throwing my money away. Like, that's not about to happen. Something's got to change, or I'm getting up out of Nashville, Tennessee. So I ended up buying a house. You know what I'm saying? So that was my move, is to buy a house. Because I can't be doing that, bro. Rent be like too crazy. And then they want to like raise rent on you. Like, nah, I ain't doing that, bro. Mary Wren said $2,500 a month for my house here in Missouri. Yo, you must be making bank. You must be making bank. But like me, like, I think I did good under Trump, like thug life. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I bought 2 Teslas. Another reason I bought a house, because I wanted to have Teslas, and I thought it would be crazy dumb to have Teslas in an apartment. So I bought like, I got my house wired up. I got like 2 Teslas. I got a hot tub. I got all of that. I got a movie theater in the house. I got, like a little gaming theater that I sit here. It's all off of, just hustling or whatever. But under Trump, I was able to do a lot, bro.
Kicked out, which I would think means.
But 2,200 that's a lot of money, bro. Some people here, like, who are just buying houses paying like $3,000 a month. Like, that's crazy. I'd leave Nashville if I had to pay that much. Mary Wren said, I don't have stuff to show for it, low key. Wow.
It's dismissed.
Correct.
Because of lack of resources, you can't go beyond that.
Correct.
And take it up the ladder. And then if you take it to the Supreme Court, there's so many cases that are eliminated. Even before they're docketed, they're eliminated. Many, many, many cases. So that's the first round. The second round is once you've been docketed, which we have, it goes to a hearing. It's actually called conference. So it's not the full-blown hearing, but it is where 9 justices get together in a room.
Colin Radley said almost cheaper to rent than to buy now, though. It's ridiculous. Yeah, like right now, Colin, I would, if I didn't buy, I would rent, probably, to be real. And I would probably rent or like move to another area to where it was cheaper to buy. And then like right around Nashville, Tennessee, what's going on, nobody's talking about it, is a lot of companies are coming up buying everything. So before I had bought like 2 Teslas, I was looking at getting a second house, and I just couldn't, like, I bid on houses, you know what I mean? Then got pre-approved again, did all that, bid on houses, and went 10,000 over asking, saying that you don't have to do anything to the house. And I would always lose to a person paying just the asking costs, but they would pay like whatever it was like the next couple of days, because people didn't want to wait 30 days for a conventional loan to close. So, you going up against companies and businesses now, they're trying to turn like Americans into renters, so it's becoming like increasingly difficult to buy a house. Like even my house, like I'm being like harassed to sell it, like to the point like I could literally like, let me see what my house is worth right now. Hold on. I'm just going off of Zillow, right? So I bought my house for $227. Now it's like I think it went down a little bit. So now it's I could sell it for $376,000 right now. You know what I'm saying? It said it went down like $9,000 because of market adjustments or whatever changes. But like I could like literally hit up like one of these companies, like give me, because the neighbor 2 houses down like sold for like I think 500,000, and my house I feel like is better than his. So I could probably, and you gotta think I paid $217 for it, and this is like I think like 4 years ago or something like that. So I could probably get like 500,000, and then I did upgrades and stuff. So I could probably get like 500,000 for mine. But then the problem would happen, is, I mean, that's decent. You know what I mean? The rest of it, to pay the house off or whatever, but then you got to pay capital gains taxes on that. You might be sitting on like a nice down payment for a house, but a lot of people don't want to wait for conventional loans to close. So I could do that, sell the house and be renting and trying to get something else, but the house is going to be more expensive. You see what I'm saying? And then like I may continue to lose houses that I may want. So I might as well just sit on it and wait until I retire and maybe rent it out, because I can rent. My mortgage is like $1,439, and it says like I can rent it for $2,600 a month. So I might as well just rent it and like get another house if I can find one. Somebody said, "Congratulations buying American family homes. My stance on that is it should be illegal." Yeah. Because what's happening though, Colin. Like companies used to buy like businesses. I'm sorry, they used to buildings and stuff like that. They used to have buildings and rent office spaces. Remember like when COVID, when people was at home working, people weren't going to the offices. So a lot of people were closing down like their offices and, and then a lot of those buildings were going vacant, strip malls and like all that. And like just big buildings, a lot of offices in there were going vacant. So they ended up like losing money, a lot of those people. So they don't want to do that again. But like a regular person like me or you, like we're going to need a place to stay. So it would make more sense. Okay, why am I going to spend $200 million building a building when I can take $200 million and buy up neighborhoods? You know what I'm saying? I might be able to buy like 7, 8 whole neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Tear down houses and build like apartment complexes. Because that's what they're doing around here. They're tearing down your house and they're building either 3 or 4 houses, or they're tearing down your house and they're building an apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? And just making way more money off of it. So yeah, they willing to come in here and buy the house as is and close the next day.
By themselves and vote whether to move it forward or not. So that in a way is a hearing. It's a conference, but it's not the final hearing. So you could say it's a preliminary hearing. In a way, you could say that. So right now, tomorrow, the 23rd of this month, the U.S. attorneys have a deadline of submitting an opposition to this petition. They have this opportunity to submit an opposition in behalf of their 388 defendants, which include Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and 385 sitting members of the U.S. House and U.S. Senate. I call it.
And then look at the scheme like that Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne Rock Johnson was doing in Hawaii. I don't want to say what they was doing, but they was going to end up buying up a lot of land. And remember all that land that burnt up and everything, and what they was doing? They was trying to get people to donate, and then they were going to end up allegedly using that money to buy up property. You know what I mean? So like, you don't know what people are doing, man. Like land it's a lot of land in the United States, but You know, people are after like certain, like Nashville is a hot city everybody's moving to, so they'll do anything to get your land. Mafia also with the $2 donation, he said MTV Cribs Piper Boy Williams edition, give us that tour. I've already shown my house like multiple times on my YouTube.
U.S. Congress, the Constitution defines the House and Senate as the Congress, and we've mucked things up by calling the House the Congress and the U.S. Senate the Senate, and they're both the Congress according to the Constitution, and that's the tip of the iceberg of the confusion that's
it's like a regular house, you know what I'm saying? But it's, you know,
out there that turns people off from getting involved in politics. So I can tell you the whole story. Just kind of, I'll try to, keep it as limited to points as possible, make it as interesting as possible. But it started with me and my brother. My brother has a lot of legal experience. He's not a lawyer, but he has represented himself in court on the state, federal, and Supreme Court level.
So he's supposed to be going after representatives for not, protecting the Constitution. Piers Morgan. Let me show y'all this. He's saying that The View needs to be canceled. Hold on. Where did he say that? Yeah, Piers Morgan calls for The View to be put out of its misery and scathing column, pointless, irrelevant parody of itself. Yo, Piers be wildin', bro. Shout out to Piers Morgan, though, bro. Let's finish up this Devory Darkins video.
That's a background check. If she wasn't able to do her job, she still wouldn't be in the Army. And so Tammy is absolutely dead wrong on this, and she should retract those words. That's the most dangerous thing she could say, is that a United States lieutenant colonel in the United States Army is compromised and is an asset of of Russia. It's actually sad to hear her say that. When I heard her say that, I thought, I wonder if this is political, because she's upset that Tulsi Gabbard left the Democrat Party because they went woke. Because I know they actually got along when they were in the House, and she knows Tulsi Gabbard. She knows her heart. She has a heart to serve. And so I think that's probably more politically motivated than it actually has any truth to it at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said, and I'm totally in agreement with him. And here is...
Fox News just put out a piece on this whole... I rock with Fox News, bro. Like that, people don't like them. I like Fox News, man. They be kicking the real sometimes, though. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Shout out to Fox News. Let's see what they say.
Many of you don't like the idea of something dying, no matter how natural. But it's just part of the case. And after Peanut the Squirrel, I understand the sensitivities, fellas, in New York. I understand the sensitivities around squirrels. Whenever I've posted, for example, about my sweet dog Violet chasing squirrels around Dallas, I'm a little bit taken aback.
No, I don't think The View's canceled right now. I think they want to like have it canceled, but it's not canceled.
A little shocked by the response from the audience. But I mean, dogs are supposed to chase squirrels and dudes are supposed to hunt. And hunt we did.
But they are like spreading a lot of misinformation, The View. People are on to them.
This weekend in East Texas for the 4th annual squirrel hunt and catfish rodeo.
All right, so it says The View has not yet been renewed for season 28. And that news may not come until later. What? There are clues that the renewal will come sooner, despite rumors circulating last month. The ABC dropped The View. I don't know, man. Tell me what y'all
Record year when it came to the tree rats. 3 squirrels harvested, fried, and eaten, fellas.
Doesn't seem like a
3
lot.
now harvested by the Willisha. You know, Dan, it was a record year getting 3 squirrel.
If you
no, they take it too long.
I can't think of two better people to put in charge of this initiative than Elon Musk and Ramaswamy, because they're from the private sector. They're not taking a salary. They're not interested in getting a federal pension someday. They're interested in doing the right thing for the taxpayers and for the American people. And if they have
the American people
Congress to work with them, we're going to get some things done.
This can be really interesting.
Subscribe to the channel. Stop playing with me, Doug. Like, I'm sorry for yelling. Y'all playing with me right now. Why is all these people? Why do I got 103,000 people on this video and y'all have not subscribed? Wait a minute. Some of y'all did. About 400 of y'all, but it ain't enough. What is y'all doing? Subscribe, hit the like button, all of that.
Seeing how it works. Ready to clean house. Some already celebrating the DC outsiders to lead the Department of Government
Thug Life.
Efficiency. Elon Musk on X earlier today.
Christian Medway said, what do you do for work? Oh, I can't talk about that.
Still can't believe Doge is real, but I think it's actually going to work. With us now, someone who knows the tech titan better than any of us. His mother is May.
Don't be subscribing now. Subscribe. Let's get this to 106,000 subscribers. I got 105,922. What is y'all doing? Jamie Maliki, what is they doing? Don't be sneak watching me. Subscribe.
Musk with a new book out called A Woman Makes a Plan. Good title. Good morning to you, and thank you for your time.
Good morning.
What has he told you about the transition so far?
Well, I went to Mar-a-Lago for a gala, which was really
That's crazy. They got Elon Musk's mom up there.
Fantastic. Everybody was so excited and happy and glamorous, and we just see a better future. So that was just a wonderful evening. And then the next day we spent, and I kind of sat down while he had meetings, which I love, because then they were talking about what they're going to do. And Vivek was there too for some of the meetings. And I just sat listening, and I thought, well, I can't tell anybody what they're saying, except now it's all over X and all over the news. Yeah. So at least they're telling everybody. And they just can't believe how many buildings are empty, how many people don't go to work.
Yo, they are so mad at her. She I'm not being a Democrat no more.
How many people don't know their colleagues because they've never met them. They don't see them. They don't know what they're doing. And then they joked and they said, oh, I bet they're using COBOL. So now that's very funny for tech people.
Yeah.
For me, I had to look it up.
No, I know what you mean. It's like the old systems. Yes. And it must be shocking for somebody who is so advanced technologically to then go to the government and say, what are these things that you're using? It's interesting that the idea of government efficiency, it comes up over and over again. But there is some hope that this time it could actually make a difference. And Fareed Zakaria from CNN thinks it's possible. Watch.
Wow.
In fact, a good part of the rage that has built up among parts of the Republican base over decades has been centered on the notion that party leaders have promised repeal again and again, but never delivered. With Doge, we may finally get an effort to actually deliver on the central Republican promise of the last 70 years.
Elon Musk.
And we will find out what America thinks of it.
About how your son, Elon Musk, has been told many times, this will never work. It can never happen. That's impossible. And he's putting rockets into space. This is something that he can do?
Yes, and it's going to be quite easy because they're going to, start with what did you do this past week? And then also come into the office. And just those two will eliminate a lot of people. And rightly so. Because if you didn't have to come in and prepare things, it makes things much easier.
One thing I was thinking about, there are a lot of alpha males in that room. I mean, between Donald Trump and your
I wonder if her hearing is good, because she
son and Vivek and all the others. How are they going to make this work?
Oh, they're going to make it work. Yes, they're all on the same page. There's a lot of women, of course, as well, that will be involved. And they all have the same goal to make America economically viable again,
That's crazy. We need help from people that are not even true blood Americans, because the true blood Americans are selling the country out, giving all our money away and doing all this insanity.
And Susie Wiles there is the chief of staff to make sure everybody stays on task. So your book is called A Woman Makes a Plan. And one of the things I saw you say is that you never planned to leave the Democratic Party, but they might have left you. Adam Schiff is a Democrat who just won, he's a congressman, I'm sure you probably know, now just won his Senate seat. Watch here what he says about blame.
For too many millions of...
Somebody said Musk is only out for himself, but he's not even getting paid for this position. Musk is doing it for free. I don't know what Vivid is getting paid, but Musk is doing all of this for free. He's not even getting paid to do it. He said it multiple times. He's not getting paid a dime to do it. He's just trying to help fix America.
Battleground voters working.
But I get what you know what I mean? I mean, who's really going to be doing all this work for free? You know what I mean? But I mean, he said it like, I mean, he's not even getting paid to do it.
People, they don't think we represent them. And we have to make that case anew. I think the entire Democratic Party bears a responsibility, myself included, and the former president. The existential question is, if you're working hard in America, can you still earn a good living? And too many people doubt that that's possible.
And so the Democrats are trying to find their footing. You talk about making a plan. Do they have one?
Yes, they. I don't know what kind of plan they can have, because the media has to change and the politicians have to change and stop being mean and nasty.
Bro, look how her diamonds is sparkling, bro. She got like VVS. She ain't got no regular earring diamonds, bro. Like, she VVS all day long, bro.
And dishonest, because as I say, they used to always hate on Elon for 15 years, but I trusted them with the other news, where they hated the Republican Party, they hated Fox News, and then I realized, no, they are dishonest in all aspects.
I've watched a lot of your interviews. You were a registered Democrat, right?
I was, okay. Yes.
And you called them malicious and dishonest.
Yes.
And then you said, they'd say Elon is terrible, and I'm thinking, why are they lying about Elon?
Exactly.
That was your change?
Yes, that was, well, just that they actually made it even worse for him. And then I said, well, maybe they're lying about everybody else as well. And it made me angry. I used to actually post people who, like the New York Times, CNN, or MSNBC, and the journalists involved, and say, shame on you, but nobody cared. And I'm talking about 8 years ago I was doing that. And it will change now.
So this book is called...
I can't wait. I cannot wait for this to change, lady. Shout out to you.
Elon Musk bought X and turned it into the social media arm of the... Because he's so rich.
And Elon Musk is flirting with the idea of buying MSNBC.
Hey, yo, turn off this music, Devory Darkin. Stop playing, bro.
To shoot a...
Trying to make it to where I can't react to your content, bro.
In this video, but let's start with Elon Musk talking about buying MSNBC. Okay, so this starts with Don Jr. responding to the story that Comcast is putting MSNBC up for sale. So he writes, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. And then in the comment section, Elon Musk puts, how much does it cost? And obviously at this point, he's either serious or he's trolling MSNBC because he wants to see them sweat right at this point. And just today, he put up the most entertaining outcome, especially if ironic, is most likely. And he was responding to someone's post that put, babe, wake up, it's happening again, which is, you know, Elon flirting with the idea of buying a company, right? And we would love to see Elon Musk do something like this, because I think this would be the ultimate troll. And then here's Joe Rogan saying, hey, Elon, if you buy MSNBC, I would like Rachel Maddow's job. I will wear the same outfit and glasses, and I will tell the same lies. Just
Dog life. Shout out to Joe Rogan, bro. I like that he's getting involved.
They're having fun with this at this point. Don Jr. responds and says, this is getting really interesting and has to happen. Then later in the day, he put, okay, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, since this is getting interesting, I'll throw my hat in the ring as well. I'll mimic Lawrence O'Donnell, minus the castration, of course. That's a bridge too far. Okay, so these people, they're just really trolling MSNBC at this point, but I want to see if Elon Musk is truly serious about this. Someone's going to buy it, right? Now, all of this attention that Elon Musk is getting by making those type of comments about MSNBC might be one of the reasons why he is getting so much hate from CNN. And we're talking about Kara Swisher, who continues her daily attacks on Elon Musk by pushing the narrative that Musk and Trump is going to have a falling out that will end with Trump crying in tears. Yeah, I know, right? Hear this unhinged take from her. Watch.
Elon goes into these companies and he kicks trash cans and yells at everybody. That's, by the way, his style. And he doesn't
Literally
run them.
doing that.
Yes. He doesn't run everything so well. I was talking to Neuralink people, and they're like, we can't wait till he leaves because he's
the
so
brain
disruptive.
implant that's going to go.
Because, but he's...
Yo, I'm gonna say this to y'all. Let me show y'all something, bro. That's why I be telling y'all to hit the like button. Look at all this news that's coming out on Diddy right now. Look at how many people are live. Like, all this crazy news is coming out on Diddy. It's a lot. That's why I'll be like, hit the likes so we can break through all of that. And we did. We got like 100-some thousand views on here.
You know, he's great at being an entrepreneur and creating things. And one of the things he does well is disrupt and break. So he crashed, I don't know, 90 rockets before he got the right one. NASA can't do that. Government can't do that. Government can't crash because people, it's not the same thing as running a company by fiat, which he does. And he does very well in a very aggressive way. And that's fine, but it doesn't work when it comes to government.
And quickly before we go, how do you think the Trump-Musk relationship goes? Those are also two people who love a camera.
I don't know. I think, you know, I think one thing that's going for him, he's very rich. He's the richest man in the world. And so Trump likes that. So he can hold on for a lot longer. In the end, I think it'll be like a Steve Bannon-like thing. He'll too much attention, but you never know. The money.
I don't know, man. I think Trump's kind of in debt to Elon Musk, really. If Elon never unlocked Trump's account, I don't think Trump would have really had a fighting chance, bro. And then you got to think, Elon Musk was giving away $1 million a day in PA to bring attention to what was going on over there. And he helped swing the swing states in Trump's favor, bro. Like, Elon was crazy active, you know? So, I don't know. Shout out to him. Shout out to, I don't want to shout out this dude. He got me blocked, bro. Like, but Dana White, shout out to him too, man. Dana White got me blocked, but you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Dana White too. Dana White helped. You know, it is what it is. Mafioso with the $2 donation, 56 days left till Teflon Don is our president. Man, I hope they protect him. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they are doing everything they can to protect him. He needs to get in office.
Money speaks to Donald Trump very much, and so possibly longer, but probably end in tears.
Okay, I think behind this hate that she has for him is a few things. Number one, it's very clear that Elon Musk and what he's done with X.
Ricky for real say Thomas Edison made 2,000 light bulbs before he got it right.
It has consistently outperformed the legacy media. When you're talking about eyeballs, attention.
Hey, yeah, shout out to y'all. Froggy Megsy said unblock Piper. Yeah, me and Dana White got into an argument. It's crazy to see him now, like, next to Trump. And I won the argument on Twitter, and then he ended up blocking me. Like, so, I mean, I initiated the argument, though, but, you know, because he wasn't, like, his fighters were they were complaining about, like, how expensive their healthcare costs were, and they weren't making enough to really pay for their healthcare costs. And I, like, commented on that, and then he commented, and then we just, like, started going back and forth about it. And then, like, it was like the next day or something like that, he blocked me. But, you know, it is what it is. But y'all be like, unblock. Y'all got me unblocked from a couple people. Whoa, Vicky, y'all was like telling her to unblock me. She unblocked me. MC Hammer unblocked me. Y'all told 50 Cent's friend ended up like telling MC Hammer, like, or messaging MC Hammer about it. And then he unblocked me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to, I've been blocked by a lot of, Vlad TV got me blocked, different people. Yo, the one person that blocked me that messed me up was MC Hammer, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. When he blocked me and he came at me, like, it was like some entertainment, like battle rap stuff I was talking about. And he like got on, I didn't know it was the real MC Hammer. And he got on my post like talking crazy to me. So I talked crazy back to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're about to talk crazy to me, I ain't gonna talk crazy back. And like, he blocked me. And so I'm like, what? So when I found out it was really him, I was flipping out. I'm like, you didn't ruin my childhood. You know, but he unblocked me. So shout out to MC Hammer, bro.
Engagement. I mean, he's pretty much put the nail in the coffin. He's killed the legacy media. If we're just comparing apples to apples, right? And of course,
but you got to think about this. Though somebody said, why would he block me for a disagreement? I mean, like, you got to think, like, on that level, like, I'm nowhere near the level of like a Dana White or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So he probably gets trolled so much. And so when he actually engaged in the argument and he lost the argument, he's probably thinking like, why am I giving this dude like attention? And so he just like blocked me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be ignoring like troll comments and stuff like that. But every once in a while I might respond, and you know, like, you really giving the trolls attention. So he probably's like, this dude trolling. But I wasn't really like trolling him really. It just, you know, he probably got so many negative comments, and then when he ended up engaging me and he lost, he just like, you know, let me just block him so nobody sees it type situation. And then Jay Trinidad said, don't ever discuss fighter pay to Dana. Exactly. Jay Trinidad said, ever man would block his own mother. Froggy Megzy said, people would be block happy. And now, like, I mean, blocking somebody on Twitter don't really mean nothing no more, because you can like still, like, Elon Musk made it, you can still see everything that they post. You just can't comment on anything. So like blocking, I stopped blocking people on Twitter. There's no real point in doing it.
He is definitely vocal when it comes to free speech, which they don't like. Listen, left-leaning media, the one thing that they hate is when people tell the truth. That's why they label it misinformation. But I think more importantly, number 3 is they know that Elon Musk is great at what he does. And if anybody can figure out how to...
Yeah, I know Joy Reid's going to go crazy, bro. Let's go to Lefties Losing It. I got to see what my girl Rita's saying.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start Lefties with the neo-Marxist Ken Doll himself, Justin Trudeau, who, if the polls are right, is going to lose in a massive landslide. And what is the Canadian Prime Minister doing as parts of his country fall victim to violent anti-Semitic rioters? Well...
Oh, no, we ain't. Shout out to Rita. We ain't about to watch this. Let's see this.
Joining me now for more Lefties Losing It content is comedian and host of Primetime with Alex Stein on Blaze TV. Alex Stein, MSNBC gives us so much content on this program. The Morning Joe
I love Rita. She is so funny. She be clipping the liberals.
Program is in all sorts of trouble. They've seen some of their lowest ratings since 2021. The lefties are really upset with the hosts, Joe and Mika, for visiting President-elect Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. We've got Elon Musk, meanwhile, teasing the idea of buying MSNBC after its parent company, Comcast, put the network up for sale. Alex, is this a real possibility, or is he just having some fun and games with the MS rating in this?
Rachel Maddow crying.
Up for sale, Alex. Is this a real possibility?
She looks so good in that blue, though. I ain't gonna even lie. Y'all know I love Rita. She looked good in that blue, bro.
Some fun and games with the MSNBC crew.
Well, I think with Elon, I mean, everything is possible. Anything is absolutely possible with Elon. And when you saw Rachel Maddow crying because of Elon Musk, or, you know, being emotional, and they say maybe that video is edited, it doesn't matter. MSNBC's viewers realize that they can't trust that network. That network called everybody a Nazi for 8 years. They said Kamala Harris was going to win the election. So their audience is just leaving in droves because they feel like they were duped. And that's exactly what happened. So
let me tell y'all something real quick. Can I share something with y'all real quick? It's personal, though. So I'm about to snitch, bro. I'm about to snitch on this bank, right? This bank is called BMO, right? I'm snitching on y'all, bro. So my second Tesla I bought was through a bank called BMO, right? So I owed I think it was like $8,700 like on this Tesla, right? So I'm at the movies like with my girl, right? And they've been giving, so you know, like you can, like when you pay a regular payment on a car, but then you can pay like principal payments, right? So a principal is like, when you pay on a principal, that's what really brings down like the number. It's not like paying the regular payment, right? So if you want to pay it off faster, you always pay on the principal. So I've been paying like, what was it, like $600 like on the principal like every month just to knock it down. You know what I mean? Mind you, my second Tesla was only like $40-something thousand. I put like 25,000 down, and you know, I've had it a little bit over a year, and I paid it off like last month, right? But anyway, long story short, so I'm at the movies and I'm like trying to make like an extra payment on the car, and what they would do, and they did this is like the third month they did it. Once you pay the car note, when you go in to pay the principal, what they would do is like hide the account, or they would like lock me out of the account, and then I had to like call and get unlocked out of the account because they didn't want me to make multiple payments because they didn't want me to pay the car off. You see what I'm saying? So I got so mad because we were watching like Godzilla -1, like they had it in the theater, and it was like before it started, I was like trying to make the payment, and they did that again. It's really because they don't want you to pay the car off, right? Because they make money off of the interest. So I called, and I was like going off on the dude, bro. I'm like, I know y'all, because the dude's like trying to put me on hold, trying to like ask me these weird questions. You know what I'm saying? Like trying not to let me pay the car off. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if they got like incentivized like to try to like steer you away from like paying the car off or whatever. But he kept me on the phone for like 20 minutes with like nothing but absurdity. And so I'm like literally in the hall, like at the movie theater, like yelling at this dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to pay this car off. I don't want to mess with y'all no more. Y'all trying to scam me into staying in this car note. I want to pay it off. And so he's like, well, the payoff, which was the 8,700 or whatever. So then I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So, you know, going to pay it off, he was like, all right, then we just gonna pay it off then. Like, give me an attitude about me wanting to pay the car off, right? So I go through all that. I paid the car off, right? I get an email 5 minutes later saying like, oh, they can't like find the account like to pay the car off, right? Which is the account that I've been paying the car off for like mad long. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, y'all just really trying. So I had to call back, bro. I'm missing like Godzilla -1 everything, bro. I'm like, oh, mad, bro. So then finally I get somebody else on the, you said your signature is the payment, bro. So then I get somebody else on the phone, and then they finally like put it through to where I could pay the car off. Right. So I'm thinking the car is paid off because I just paid $8,700, like the last like little bit of the car. Right. Tell me why, like a week later, I get an email saying the car is not paid off. You still owe $17. So then I'm trying to pay the $17. Right. But then they hid the account. So then I had to call to get the account unlocked, and then they wouldn't let me pay the car off over the phone. It's like, you got to send in the last. I'm like, y'all is trying, y'all. I'm about to sue y'all, bro. Doug, like, y'all is, I don't want to let, I am suing y'all. Like, when I said that, like, they let me pay the car off. Like, these companies, bro, like, I low-key never want to buy another car again, bro. Like, U.S. Bank is good. You know what I'm saying? Because I had you know what I'm saying? My other cars through them, they's like good. They ain't never give me no problems. But like that BMO company, bro, they is terrible. They try everything they could to like keep me in that car note. Man, I don't like staying. I be paying all my vehicles off mad early. Somebody said, watch it. Christian said, hey, I love Rita. Yeah, Rita, my girl, bro. Joanne said, you will own nothing and be happy. Matt Cheney said, spread the word. What's the name again? BMO. They was terrible, bro. No, it wasn't a Tesla. It was the loan company, bro. Like they was trying to keep me in the, because you know you could choose, like when you buy a Tesla, you could choose different banks. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, this bank got a low interest rate. Let me go with that one. But they, like, I never heard of that bank before. Which if you never heard of a bank, bro, like, don't go with them. There's a reason why you never heard of some of these banks. Like, go with the big banks that you already know, like U.S. Bank, you know, Bank of America and stuff like. They don't be giving you problems like that. But like, because I bought motorcycles through like Bank of America, like all these different like, you know, banks. But, bruh. Like BMO, bro, they was so shady, bro. I'm like, y'all tripping over this little interest? Let me pay my car off. They would not let me pay it off, bro.
And that's exactly what happened. So I would love for Elon to buy
Yeah, 100p said those loan companies try to keep in your pockets. Yeah, even credit card companies now I'm noticing, they be doing everything so you don't pay these like one thing I do, like when my cards, like I pay my credit cards off every month. Like I don't carry balances over into the next month. That's why my credit like be so high, bro. I'm like 839 or something like that. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't 850. I'm like 839. I can show y'all, you know, but it's like, I don't, bro, but they're starting to make it so hard to pay like credit cards and stuff. Cause they don't want you to pay your credit card off. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I'm just like, I start like cutting up cards, bro. Like they try everything to keep you like in a payment. I ain't doing that, bro. I like to pay my stuff off and be done.
MSNBC and resurrect it like he made X the best social media network in the world.
Alex, it would be fascinating if Elon Musk does follow through with this threat and actually purchases MSNBC to see if there would be wholesale resignation.
Yeah, all right. So Tristan said credit unions are usually better. You know what's crazy though? Like my credit union was trying to give me a terrible interest rate. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, They was like, well, you know, we don't want to do loans right now. It's what it is. So you take the higher interest rate or you don't do that. They was nice about it, you know, but basically it's what it was. It's like they don't really, I guess they didn't have that much liquidity to be like doing a bunch of loans. But yeah, US, like, I think my other car, I got like a Model 3 and a Model Y. The Model 3 was with BMO. They was terrible. The Bank of America, US Bank is what my other car is. And they like super cool. US Bank is like super cool, bro. Like they don't give you no problems, man. It's just like pay it off, like do whatever you want to do. You know, so I just been paying on that one. But I ain't never, if I see like a off-brand like bank, I will never deal with them again, bro. They closed out the account and everything. They sending me the title for the car. But it's like, man, the scams they are allowed to do in America is ridiculous.
Nations, but all the hosts like Maddow and Joy Reid and Joe Scarborough would resign.
What is y'all doing, bro? 105,992. I can't get 8 subscribers. What is wrong with y'all? What is y'all doing, bro? Somebody said, Gadget said, free financial sauce. Yeah, my thing is like, whatever you do, like just pay the principal, bro. Whether or not, if you get a car, like $200 a month extra on the principal, even your house, like pay something on the principal every month if you can, or make an extra payment a year and you pay the house off in like 22 years or less. You know, like interest is like, I don't like interest, bro. Like I don't like interest at all, bro.
Principal, or whether they try to work with him. It would be fascinating. You would grab the popcorn, but the man is pretty busy. He's got a few things to take care of.
I mean, some credit cards are good. Like I like what is it like I ain't trying to tell y'all I mean, I don't want to be talking about, like, you know, Apple credit card is like good. Like I like them, bro. I mean, if you're gonna pay your bill off every month, like I don't think American Express is like fire, you know what I'm saying? Because you get like a free warranty with like products you buy and like stuff like that. But the Apple card is fire, bro. Cause it's like, you know, you build up like, you know, they got like another card underneath the Apple card, like in the Apple wallet. So it's like you build up like cash back and you just use that like I like the Apple card, bro. And if you have any problem with a merchant, you just hit them like in a text message and they fix everything, bro.
There's pressure on the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, which Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will be leading. There's calls for them to cut funding to NPR, and for good reason. Let's listen to the woke boss of NPR, who used to be the Wikimedia Foundation chief. This is Catherine Maas, who seems to have some very strange ideas about truth. She thinks our reverence for truth is a distraction.
The Wikipedians who write these articles aren't actually focused on finding the truth. They're working for something that's a little bit more attainable, which is the best of what we can know right now.
Mock this with a $10 donation. He said, nobody needs an X account to figure out character. America, people first. I'm excited to see what RFK will do with our food. For real. Rita the GOAT in Australian news. Yeah, I cannot wait for RFK to get in there, bro. Like, they be laughing at us, bro. Like, we just allow all of this stuff in our foods and chemicals, bro. And I seen somebody, like, passing away from cancer. Like, it's insanity, bro. Like, we allow this craziness into our food. So hopefully they can get that out.
Now. And after 7 years there, I actually believe that
Bro, y'all hating on me, bro. Like, let me tell you how people hating on me, bro. I got 105,999 subscribers, bro. Y'all trying y'all best not to let me go. Like, what is y'all doing, bro? Y'all trying to play me? I got 130,000 views on this video. Y'all trying not to give me 1 subscriber, bro. Y'all trying to play me, man. They trying to play me, man.
Onto something that for our most tricky disagreements, seeking the truth and seeking to convince others of the truth isn't necessarily the best place to start.
Hey, Drizzle, is that you? He's like, I'm gonna unsubscribe for him. Shout out to Rita. I think she got a different license. I can't play that.
Disturbing, Alex?
You know, Rita, I'm a full-blown conspiracy theorist, and they've even made that word, an incredible description. If you're described as a conspiracy theorist, you're demonized. But during the pandemic, if you looked into it, if you did your own research, they called you stupid. So this is a serious issue where they don't want citizens to even seek truth,
She looks
ask
so
questions,
good.
have any idea what's going on. They want us confused. They want us stressed out. They want us focusing not on trying to fix the problems, and they want us fighting with each other. So this is a much bigger issue when the head of NPR, the National Public Radio, is saying that truth is not important. It's just, that's the real, that's really what's happening in America, is they're hiding the truth. And you hear it right then and there from the person that controls our public radio. It's insane, Rita.
It is, and it helps explain why trust in the media in the US is at historic lows. I think they've earned that mistrust well and truly. And the trust in the public institutions in general is so low, and that's why Trump won so comprehensively. People want him to go in there and clean up these institutions that have become so politicized and really lost their way.
Yeah, there's a lot I want to react to and talk to y'all about, but I got to get up out of here. Hey, y'all, click the notification bell because we coming back probably in like an hour or two. We're going to be right back at it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody because I'm going to use today. We streaming today, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.